Well, first of all, before you get to that, say thank you so much for your support of @Steve and Kyle.
Absolutely.
And then once you get a little rapport, maybe they'll tweet back and say, no problem, have a cheesy day. And then
use Cabot cream cheese, which they also sell. 5/8 of this bag of 5 cheese Italian shreds. Slices.
I think you got to work on your salesman pitch.
Slice of white bread. You're going to remove those crusts like a child. Process those into fine crumbs. Want to save yourself some time? Just get some breadcrumbs. 2 tablespoons of red onions.
Okay,
Steve, you're going to mince those.
Enough
and
of that.
a half a cup of grape tomatoes. You use a red tomato, you're drinking pond scum.
Yeah, I feel like there needs to be like an hourglass in there somewhere, too. What letter does an hourglass look like? 8? That's not a letter. So I notice you're tapping your fingers along there. Are you,
Not even looking while tapping my fingers, Steve. You know why?
Well, look, I'm not looking while I'm tapping my fingers either. That doesn't mean I can play the song.
Yeah, but mine made sense. Yours just kind of looked stupid. You know, as a newly minted piano savant, watching you...
Pianist?
No. I'm a savant of the piano, Steve. A pianist is now below me.
Oh, gotcha.
Watching your dainty fingers tap on your fake keyboard, offensive to me and my people.
So I told Annette about your claim.
Oh, good. She's in? She believes?
Being the musical expert that she is.
Sure.
I mean, far greater of a musical savant than you and I would ever be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she thinks you can do it.
Okay. Now, this whole interaction happened at softball on Wednesday as well. And I got really heated. I got really fired up.
You did.
Because
What would it take for you to realize... who would have to convince you that you can't do
Kevin
this?
MacLeod.
Kevin MacLeod himself. That's it.
That's it. That's the only person I'm going to believe.
The only man you'd trust.
Now, do we need to reach out to him on Twitter? I don't think that's a bad option again. Now, we did unfollow him, but I still think we can reach out to him and say, do you think it's possible? And then lay out the scenario.
Maybe send him a note. Say, can you send us the sheet music for the piano portion of Malt Shop Bop?
Yeah, if not, I'm going to need someone to make that for me. I can't imagine that's like accessible online anywhere.
Probably not. Yeah, you'd probably be hard pressed to find that.
So, do you think Annette could do that? Sheet music that out for me?
I don't know.
All right, we need to find someone.
Maybe.
If you know the piano, obviously at a level probably just below me, and you can write sheet music. If you would be willing to, tap that out on your own keyboard or piano.
But do you feel as though that would be any help for you? Can you read sheet music?
No, but that's easy to learn. Half hour.
Okay. Is that part of the 6 hours?
G sharp, F bottom. What are they?
Yeah, no, those sound right. G sharp and F bottom.
Smash those two things together. You got a C medium.
So are you going to, will that be that half hour that you say that is, that you will use to learn to read sheet music?
Yeah.
Is that part of the 6 hours?
Sure.
Okay.
Because
technically you would actually said 5.5 of those hours would just be like BS, and it would really only take a half
Watching
hour.
YouTube videos of my favorite piano solos by all the famous pianists
that you're a big fan of.
I'm a big follower and fan of.
Okay. All right.
Those guys.
The stage is set then.
So I got heated because I feel like, do you have those poll results handy? I haven't looked. I'm assuming it's probably 80-20 in my favor.
Yeah, most likely. Let's pull that up right now.
Because here's my issue, Steve, and everybody else listening right now, and I think what everybody has failed to understand about this, that I tried to make pretty clear last week. Now, if you're just tuning in, yes, we're having a debate about me being able to play the piano solo of our intro music, Malt Shop Bop. I feel like this is a basic case of memorization because it's so little. I'm not learning concerto. What do you call those? Like full-fledged things. I'm not going to sit there for 90 minutes and make a big show of this. I need 1 minute tops on the piano, which in my mind is strictly memorization.
Okay, so you think that it's everyone misunderstanding.
Yeah. They're thinking I can learn to play the piano in 6 hours. I don't need to do that.
Do you think that maybe you're misunderstanding the difficulty that comes with playing the piano?
No, because it's the same thing as if you told me you have 6 hours to memorize this speech in Spanish. Mm-hmm. You could do that. That's easy. That's easy to do. This is a cakewalk, and this is
still say to you, prove it to us.
Okay, so I need the sheet music for Malt Shop Bop.
Why? You don't need that. You don't know how to read that.
No, will.
No, can't you just sit down and listen to the song?
You don't get to judge my 6 hours on the piano.
And then tickle it out?
You don't get to pick how I do this over my 6 hour time period.
Okay.
This is my way of learning, and when I dazzle the senses and the senses of the masses with my version of Kevin MacLeod's Malt Shop Bop piano solo, you will all be eating, nay, you will all be sucking on crow.
And washing it down with a
hot glass of fresh pond scum. The whole lot of you. I won't tolerate it.
Okay.
I don't know.
So you are convinced that playing the piano, there is the only skill that is involved is memorization?
For this level of music, yes. Being 1 minute.
But it needs to sound as good as he plays it.
Yeah. That's the last 4.5 hours. It's me honing in on, sliding the digits, how to get there quicker.
After a half hour, you'll have the song down.
No, I think after a half hour, I'll know how to read sheet music. Another half hour, songs down.
So 1 hour in, you'll play the song for the first time.
Yeah. I'll start hammering out the details.
Okay.
And that'll leave me 5 hours to really iron that whole thing out. Make it like a nice, clean solo.
Okay. Well, boy, I can't wait. We're going to set up a camera. We're going to stream this whole thing. And then I'm going to jump right in there, and I'm going to say, on your mark, get set, go. And then you'll have to play it. Yeah. And then we'll compare it to K-Max. And if it sounds the same, hand me that crow and that glass of pond scum.
And not just you.
Wait.
I've got a list of Twitter people who have doubted me as well.
Yeah, the web poll did not go in your favor.
Not 80-20?
No, well, 80-20.
Oh, it did. Yes. Thank you, everybody. I knew I shouldn't have
80-20
discounted you and your belief in me.
The opposite way.
Oh, go to hell to everybody.
If you didn't take the poll, well, I'm now granted I'm just looking at Facebook here, but on Facebook the poll was, given 6 hours, could Kyle learn the piano, aka Idiot Machine portion of our theme song, Malt Shop Bop? 21% said absolutely. 79% said not a chance. Let's jump on over to Twitter, see how that went.
Really?
Yeah, I know. It's shocking, right? It's really shocking.
This is not. Oh my god! What it's whatever.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, they varied a bit on Twitter.
Good.
Given 6 hours, could Kyle learn the piano, aka Idiot Machine portion of our theme song, Malt Shop Bop?
Yeah.
16% said absolutely. 84% said not a chance.
Here's what.
Still has 23 hours left.
Here's what I say to you: 16% and 19%. Your faith will be rewarded. Now, we don't have the actual numbers, but I see on Twitter 97 votes. That comes out to probably, 14 people?
Yeah.
You will be rewarded. You will be in your circle of friends telling everybody where to stick it. You can line them up, point a finger, insult one, move down the row.
Yeah.
Because no doubt you and your group of friends bond over this podcast.
I feel like we need a T-shirt that says, I'm with Kyle.
Yeah.
And the background is just piano keys.
Team Kyle.
Oh, I know.
Piano keys.
Yeah, but it's a baseball jersey, so it's in that script. It says Team Kyle, but then the trail underneath it is piano keys.
Yep. Oh, add it to the shop. Zach, you've been slacking the last few weeks. We all know it.
Yeah, I still haven't seen the Limbs for Limbs
Yeah.
Charity podcast.
We had
charity box off.
We had another entry for the Limbs for Limbs.
Yeah.
I believe this morning. That's from Ryan Janes. I'll have to retweet that. How's the progress going? He did misspell it. He said the LLDS. It's the LLDA. It's the Limbless Dog Association.
Right.
I don't know what S would stand for.
Limbless Dog. Limbless.
Obviously.
Dog Society, perhaps?
Maybe. I like the LLDA a little better.
Yeah. Flows
but
off the tongue.
He has the two Rock'em Sock. Nope, sorry. The two Touch 'em Up Titans.
No, it was Beat 'em Up Boys.
Beat 'em Up Bots.
Beat 'em Up Bots.
The two Beat 'em Up Bots dangling from two marionette strings. Because, again...
Yeah, a la The Godfather. Very nicely done.
Zach, very much slacking on those duties. So we will add Team Kyle with the piano.
I think Zach might be in the process of moving.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry. I don't care. He's got a job.
When I saw him about a month ago in Maine, I remember him saying he was going to be moving in a few weeks.
Right.
He's moving back here to the great state of Michigan.
The problem is, though, here I am seeing him tweet the last few days from his personal account as well as from the at Lucky Billy Bar, where he said, here at the Not a Nut in Sight offices, we're just catching up. Oh, and this is another thing we have to talk about on Steve's Side Gigs podcast, where they tried to steal the APS.
That sure did happen.
From Steve and Kyle. The only solution is to build a new APS right away. I would agree. Come on, Steve. Someone asked if I took control of that, and now this is where Zach gets suspended again. He can't keep him. He's like the Roseanne Barr of the Steve and Kyle podcast. He can't keep his own mouth shut on social media. We all know Kyle doesn't have the gusto to call out the bigwigs at Town Square Media.
Ooh.
I didn't see him up on stage waving a Lucky Billy Bar in one hand and an American flag in the other in Portland.
Fighting words.
So, Zach, you're right. I wasn't there. You know where you are? Suspension. 1 week. Take a seat.
It's going to be difficult for him to get that artwork done if he's...
Social media suspension.
Okay.
And, I mean, at this point, if he wants to work his way back into the good graces, he should just get going on that artwork, pro bono 3 weeks ago.
We should get the password for the Lucky Billy Bar Twitter.
Yeah.
Then change it.
Yeah, he's never getting back in.
And only offer it back to him when he catches up on all of his missed homework.
Yeah, and in fairness, he has legitimately asked me for a photograph to use for the redesigned logo. I have just neglected in sending him one.
All right. Well, we're going to do that right now then.
No, we are not doing this game again.
We did that a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
Why not?
Hard pass.
Why?
Just so busy today with the podcast and everything. That
No, it's okay. We can do it right now.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. It's just I got a lot going on that I don't want to waste Zach's time anymore, and I don't want to waste our time. That would probably take a couple of minutes to set up.
It's perfect.
And no.
I mean, the nice glow of the computer monitor in each of your glasses lens. Yeah, it's perfect.
That looks great.
You got a Spider-Man shirt on and everything.
Yep, I know it.
Who's the goblin thing that's standing behind him?
That'd be Venom, Steve.
Okay.
That's Peter. It's Spider-Man and Venom.
Okay.
In the same vein as Calvin and Hobbes.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, so that's like a mashup?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Spider-Man. I'm a fan of Calvin and Hobbes. I thought, boy, they're mashing up my life.
I gotta buy this shirt.
I gotta buy this,
okay.
And I did.
Cool,
and I did. But we do need to talk about with the contents of those few tweets there.
Plus we have some viewer mail that we have to get to in a little bit.
You know what? Let's. You want to do that first?
We can.
All right, let's do it.
I don't have it here in the APS 3.0.
You need me to take over?
Yeah, I mean, I may have to run up and grab it, but don't worry, I got something to fill the void.
Okay.
Hey, folks, viewer mail time again. Oh, here's one from Sally, age 14. Dear Pig. Hey, folks, viewer mail time again. Oh, here's one from Sally, age 14.
Beautiful music.
Dear Pig.
Boy, I could listen to
viewer
it.
Mail time again.
Here's one from
every
day,
Sally,
all the time.
14. Dear Pig.
listen to this nonstop. It's
Hey, folks, viewer
Keeps
mail
going.
time again. Oh, here's one from Sally, age 14. Dear Pig.
Sally, huh?
All right. Here we go. We are back. What'd you talk about?
There's a lot going. I mean, I feel like you left that bed a little hotter than normal, so I couldn't go on my normal monologue.
Oh, yeah, that's a shame. Must have been an accident.
Boy, you were likely to come back to piano talk, maybe some horse racing thrown in there.
Talk to Annette. She may join us as a musical expert. She wants to give her opinion on what could happen.
Okay. I can't wait to sway someone finally. I've got one of the most hard-headed buffoons sitting next to me. Maybe I can finally switch.
Where?
Maybe I can finally
Who's that idiot?
Get someone to come to their senses in terms of what this is. Now, granted, I did call the piano an idiot machine.
Idiot machine, yeah. All right, so this past Friday, I was in Green Bay, Wisconsin, the great state of Wisconsin. The cheese state, I believe they call it. It's on all the billboards when
Steel
you drive.
City.
You drive into the city of Green Bay, which isn't a city. There is no city of Green Bay. It's just it's Lambeau Field. That is what makes up Green Bay.
The Steel Village.
The Steel Curtain. The Steel Curtain.
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Wisconsin. Okay.
So we had a night show in, you may have heard of Manitowoc, Wisconsin,
Oh, boy.
home of the Avery compound.
Did you go looking through that the car impound lot or the junkyard?
No. We were within a few miles of it, though.
You didn't even go take a visit.
No, we were driving. Well, the lovely folks at the radio station put us up just a hop, skip, and a jump away in a hotel, 48 miles away from where our night show was.
Yes. They wanted to put you in the metropolis then, huh?
Yeah, so we stayed in the wonderful hotel, but yeah, just about a 48-mile drive to get there. So we didn't really have time to see all the sights. Got to the show, did the night show, and then our good friend Jesse showed up at the after party. Not the after party. There was a
Jesse Douglas.
little meet and greet afterwards. And so we took a picture together, and he said, "Hey, I got something for you." I was like, "Yeah, what's that?" And then he ran over and brought back a bag, and in that bag is what you see in front of you, minus the cutting board and the knife. 3 blocks of cheese.
Hey!
Because somehow we have become the Cheese Podcast. Oh, and I just noticed this one. Look at what this one's called.
Hey! So the other one must be Kyle's cheese.
Oh, yeah, this one's called Steve's Cheese. This one, yeah, they just misspelled it though.
Super sharp. Okay, where's that nearest pen? I'm just gonna fix that for us quick. Super sharp. Oh boy! So we've got some eat. So we got some podcast cheese.
Yeah, some eating cheese.
Some podcast eating cheese from our friend Jesse Douglas. Now, did he have any messages with it? Just I love the podcast. The show's tolerable.
Yeah, something like that. He did say, now notice this is a 10-year cheddar.
Oh wow!
So I took the cheeses, put them in my bag, drove back to the hotel, and then I got home yesterday, and I had a brief moment of panic because I realized the cheese was still in my bag. So it had been unrefrigerated for, at that point, probably close to 24 hours.
Huh.
Took it out of my bag. It was a little squishy. Immediately put it back in the fridge, but it's still sealed.
Sure.
I'm assuming everything's
I mean, there's really only one way to really know. That's we take that blade there of yours, and we try some of that. I don't know if I've ever had an aged cheddar like that. 10 years.
Well,
now is that supposed to treat it like a wine, where it ferments and gets different flavors? Or
so this cheese is a Stone Ridge 10-year cheddar. So as we all know, 2008 was a great year for cheddar.
Everybody's talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh,
definitely stabbed myself. Oh, I don't think it broke the skin, but man, that was bad. See, a little dot.
Oh, man. We can't be trusted to open cheese, by the way.
These knives are good, man. We got them for our wedding, and they're sharp as hell. Okay. So, probably opening this incorrectly, but... Oh, that's a good cheese right there. Take a whiff. Take a whiff of that sharp cheddar.
Smells 10 years old.
Pretty good, right?
Like an 08.
Of course it does.
Now that we're the cheese cast, by the way.
It's a little slimier than I thought it would be.
Yeah, boy, I'm kind of wishing we had opened the Super Sharp, saved the 10-year for, I don't know, episode 150 or something.
Maybe we'll skip past that one.
What? Yeah, no, I don't. Never mind. I don't want to get into this yet. But I hadn't looked. Apparently, some people have been leaving us comments, Steve, on our GoFundMe.
Oh, have they? Haven't looked at it.
I've
looked at the total, but I haven't. I guess I haven't scrolled down.
Yeah, and we'll get to more of it later. But Tori Thurlow left us a nice message that said, "If this gets refunded, keep my $5 towards starting the search for James Brown's legs." That's got to get on merch.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
think like a wanted sign.
Yeah.
And then it said, for information leading to the location of James Brown's legs. Somebody?
That's Zach or, whoever's replacing you. That's another idea because that needs to happen. That needs to be on our merch store that will never open.
Yeah, there's a man named Philip that listens to the side gig. And he's an artist, and he draws stuff basically on command. Like, we'll say, Philip, make that a shirt.
Yeah.
And, like, within 5 minutes, he's got us...
it's a shirt.
He's got us a rendering. Zach, you keep playing your cards wrong. You're getting replaced. Because I'm going to tell Philip, one, he's got to start listening to the podcast.
We just have to make him a fan.
Yeah.
That's the way, that's the process to go through.
Sure. All right. Are you ready for some sharp cheddar?
No, Steve. I'm ready for some super sharp.
Some super sharp cheddar.
Straight from the great state of Wisconsin, you say?
Well, straight from my bag, which I then...
So super sharp cheddar, aged probably whatever the normal time is, plus warmed up for about 24 hours, and then immediately cooled down for the next 24?
Yeah, keep refrigerated. It specifically saes there.
Well, I heard that helps the aging process if you let it really get room temperature for about a day.
Yeah, it's like... skunky beer.
Yeah.
Which everyone loves.
And then you jam it back in the freezer.
Still shocked that my finger's not bleeding. God, I stabbed it so hard.
All right, super sharp cheddar. So this is our third state, Tillamook, Washington.
Yep.
Vermont, Cabot. Now finally,
did we actually taste any? Well, I don't think we had any.
We didn't open any Cabot.
We didn't have any Cabot on the air, but man, I had it in an omelet one day last week.
Yeah.
Fantastic. The bacon, like the bacon cheddar.
Oh, yeah.
Shredded cheese. Whew.
Well, boy, we still got to open up the Johnny Cabot's private reserve.
Yeah, the private
reserve. That's the podcast eating cheese we decided.
Yeah, I put that in a little like wooden casket type thing. Put it in the fridge, so it's got an alarm on it. And
everybody knows podcast exclusive.
Yeah. All right.
Here's to Wisconsin, Steve.
Cheers.
Cheese.
Cheese. Hey.
That's why you listen to this podcast, folks.
I waited till you ate it just to make sure it's
super sharp.
Is it?
Very tasty.
Okay. Oh boy, that is sharp. It's making my cheeks tingly. Yeah.
Mixed in with the beard rustle and everything on the microphone.
That'll do it.
Thank you, Jesse. Your generosity is noted. Thank you very much.
Okay. We will now shade in another state on our cheese map that we have hanging up here in the studio.
We've got to get a map of the U.S. and start shading in all the states with cheeses.
Easy. No problem. Easy cheesy. So, yeah, thank you, Jesse. That was fantastic. I'm sorry I left your expensive cheese that you bought us in my bag.
We'll always accept cheese. I know we've talked about this. We'll accept cheeses, gifts of any kind. It seems like we're in a real cheese phase. So if that's your gift, It's a nice twofer that really works out in our favor.
Yeah.
So please do. Oh, a little more.
Yeah, why not?
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah. We need toothpicks, though. And wine.
Again, exclusive podcast toothpicks, though.
Yeah.
I don't know how small that font's got to be, but I want our name on the toothpicks.
Yeah, so if you know somebody in the toothpick business, you get them in touch with us. I mean, that's a business, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's a company out there that just spits out toothpicks.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I mean,
somebody made $1 million
right?
off. Somebody's a millionaire because of toothpicks.
Oh, at minimum, right? Who invented the toothpick? Was it just somebody who kept whittling wood, realized there was nothing left to do?
Well, it was back in 1898. Ralph Tooth met Doug Pick, and they said, "We need something to make."
We need, which is how all great ideas start.
Yeah, we need something to make, and then they were whittling away at wood, and they said that would be good for picking up cheese.
Oh, cheese exclusive
Yeah.
toothpicks.
That's how it all started.
Wow.
Back in 1855.
Boy, I do have the alternate story of what some on the internet claim is correct. Now that would be the opposite of Mr. Tooth and Mr. Pick coming together and having this great invention before obviously their inevitable falling out. Mm-hmm. And that is Charles Forster came up with the idea of manufacturing disposable wooden toothpicks while on a trip to South America where he saw natives using slivers of wood to clean their teeth. So it's either Charles Forster.
I guess it does make sense that the toothpick was originally invented to pick stuff out from in between your teeth, unlike eating cheese as I had thought.
But given the invention to Forster, feels like a cop-out because Forster saw somebody else literally already using their own versions of toothpicks.
Yeah, he's a patent troll, basically.
Yeah, he's a coattail rider. Mm-hmm. All right, well, I know who my most hated inventor is.
Charles
Forster.
Charles Forster.
No, because he pushed out Mr. Tooth and Mr. Pick.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's not acceptable.
Not at all. No, not cool. Not cool at all.
Is there a more basic invention? Like, literally, that's just whittling down wood.
Yeah, because you think about it, like this iPad I have sitting in front of me. If we were to go into the factory where the iPads are made, there would be probably 500 different little stations where it's like this person puts the headphone jack in, this person puts the screen on, this person puts the motherboard in there, this guy's soldering something.
Yeah, an assembly line of tiny child hands.
Yeah. With toothpicks, we could have a toothpick machine in this room. We just feed a chunk of wood in, spits toothpicks out the other end. That's it. Like, that's all.
Why don't we?
I think we need to get into the toothpick game.
I feel like it's underrepresented. You know, like we talk about.
We got a Home Depot a couple miles from here. We go and pick up 10 2x4s. Mm-hmm. We could make 1 billion toothpicks out of that, right?
Print our logo on it.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll have to have 2 stations.
Yeah.
Station 1, toothpick grinder upper.
Yep.
Station 2, tiny printer.
Yeah, like a tiny. But we're gonna need some.
Be a pain in the butt because we'll have to line up all the toothpicks and then just feed them through. But we can get our interns to do that.
Yeah, that's why we have departments beneath us that we manage.
Yeah, I think
we charge what's a fair price? $5 a piece.
$5 per toothpick.
Well, let's get our names on it, Steve. I mean, we're charging for the celebrity status of it all.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. I think we'll make a lot of money. Not a lot of overhead. Can't imagine a toothpick making machine costs much.
No, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, that feels pretty easy. I mean, couldn't we just hire that out on our own where we just have people shaving wood?
Oh, so you want to do them handmade?
No, I'm just saying that's another option because that's how we get our $5 price point per toothpick.
So quality handmade personalized toothpicks.
Mm-hmm.
There are not a lot of companies out there that do that.
Maybe. Now, here's my problem, Steve. You've no doubt picked up a toothpick before.
10 times today.
And a lot of times, like you did a few minutes ago, you poke yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You think, boy, I'd like to avoid that. Hear me out.
I feel I can already see the commercial, like the infomercial.
And
You know how the infomercials, they always over-exaggerate simple tasks.
Yeah.
Like, tired of pouring a drink the old-fashioned way? And they show, like, some decrepit old lady somehow
Just
pouring a pitcher of lemonade on her head.
In this case, it's going to be you, like, digging into a thing of toothpicks, coming up with, like, just a pool of blood running down your finger.
Like 10 toothpicks stuck to my hand as if I had just pet a porcupine.
You fall down, you kick the table, the remaining toothpicks dump out on you.
Oh, probably,
and it looks
probably
like
a few in my eyes.
It looks like an acupuncture like a acupuncture murder.
Yep.
But no, what would you say if I said we could stop that today?
Tell me how.
We're only going to whittle down one side of these pieces of wood and leave a handle on your toothpick.
Oh, okay. I like it. So it'll be like a little sword? Sword?
Yeah, but hear me out here. We're now cutting. We don't need the world's tiniest printer anymore. Because if we leave just a handle, boom. We just need a stamp at that
it gives
point.
us plenty of space for the logo.
And plus, you'll never have the confusion again of putting it in your mouth going, what side did I just use? Because you don't want to look like that idiot
No.
who uses both sides of a toothpick. Your
No.
fingers are all in your own teeth.
Oh, what a
goo.
loser that guy is.
Yeah, do you like your own...
mid-age, balding, absolute loser.
Oh, I can picture it.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone could draw it...
You know, if someone could draw it, I bet it would look a lot like the logo that Zach designed us.
Oh, you mean the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon villain?
No. The one where
a different one. The other one.
The one that things were more accurately
me.
portrayed.
Oh, you're thinking me on this.
Well, I mean, maybe.
Just that guy.
The guy, I'm not thinking you specifically.
Sure, but that
just
guy.
The guy.
That was drawn by one of our listeners for our podcast.
Yeah. I mean,
sure.
loosely representative.
But just think, do you want to be that idiot any longer that walks around with your own teeth goo on your fingers?
By the way, I'm going to finish this if you don't know.
Oh, yeah. As you walk around picking the popcorn hulls out of your teeth, but you forget what side you started using.
What an idiot.
No more. Welcome aboard the Steve and Kyle podcast toothpick train. Woo woo. Your own person. Nope. Your own Steve and Kyle podcast personalized toothpick.
So it's not going to be personalized for them.
No,
It'll
personalized for us.
Personalized for us.
For only $5.
$5 a piece.
But if you order within the first 10 years of it being in existence, we'll double that offer. 2 toothpicks. For $5.
I feel like you should speak to your business partner before making such promises.
I feel like our margins are still intact
Okay.
on the 2 for $5 toothpick combo. Okay. Now, the second toothpick doesn't have a logo on it.
Oh,
That's where we make our budget back.
Oh, very savvy business move there, Mr. CFO.
That's right, folks. The handled toothpick.
I'm pretty sure they exist already.
Excuse you?
I've definitely seen the toothpicks that look like little swords.
Oh no!
But they're not they don't have the logo on them. So there you go. That's how we get around the copyright, trademark stuff.
Can you copyright that? Like, if you and I start making toothpicks, are we in violation of something?
Boy, I don't know, because it's not like a company can't just start making tires. Like, you can't.
Right.
I mean, as long as you don't copy someone else's design, like as long as Billy Bob's Tire Company doesn't just completely rip off Goodyear or BF Goodrich, they can make tires.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, I'm right. No need to consult a lawyer.
No, we
are. Yeah, starting if somebody reserve us the URL, steveandkylestoothpicks.com.
Get on it. That's
maybe .biz. That's how people know.
Yeah,
we're serious.
BIZ. That's how. I mean that. And then even if you just go ahead and mock up an idea where it says accredited by the Better Business Bureau, yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
That can't be legitimate anyway. Nobody has a legitimate Better Business Bureau rating. We're just going to write ours down.
Nobody.
I don't even know if it exists. Listen, if the Better Business
That's
Bureau...
quite a statement right there.
If the Better Business Bureau existed, Steve, you'd have your money back from your snowplow fiasco.
I did get my money back from
You
my
did?
snowplow fiasco.
Hey!
I had to, file a claim through the bank.
Oh, okay, so you
through
did
the
it
credit card.
You
a
did it that
dispute
way.
through the credit card. Yeah, but they don't they still essentially have my money. I've just been reimbursed.
Right, through whatever insurance they have on your bank account.
Boy, am I not over that yet. Not even a little bit. Thought of it yesterday. Made me mad all over again.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That's
Did I give you the somewhat curious update to that? Maybe a month ago?
No, if we talked about snow plowing in the last month, that'd be a
strange.
real upset for this podcast even.
Well, I was outside cutting the grass, and I noticed that because the one time that they did come out, they tore up the grass, along the front of the house. And I was out there cutting the grass, and I noticed, because when it happened, I was actually home. I saw the guy. He got out of his truck. He talked to me. He said, "I'm sorry I tore up a little bit of your grass. I'm going to make a note of it in our system, so in the spring we'll come back and put some grass seed down." Mm-hmm. Well, I was cutting the grass about a month ago, and I noticed that there was fresh grass seed down. So I came inside and I said to Annette, "Did you put grass seed down?" Because there was another little patch where we had sprinkled some, she had picked up some grass seed or something, or we had it. So we put grass seed on there. I said, "Oh, did you put grass seed down at the street too?" And she said, "No." So I think that they covertly came back and seeded my lawn
Under the darkness of night.
because that is the only explanation. That was you,
me.
right?
Wow, that
Could be a
Am I turning into you? Because that one felt...
that could be like a 3 seed maybe. I don't know if it's going to compete for the national championship, but good Lord.
Yeah, that thing had some girth,
Well done.
some length to it.
It could be the cheese.
I wonder if it is cheese. If it is, you're now encountering your second oversized hunk of cheese.
Well, this is for both of us.
Oh, okay. You are no doubt well on your way to cheese alien throat gurgles in the very near future, Steve.
I'm going to cut them in the shape of our future toothpicks. So it's like the cheese is already its own handle.
Perfect.
There you go.
And while I do this, and I don't think we have the audio for it, but I needed to ask you something about your side gig. Because I mentioned that we got some tweets about this, and and I don't listen. I don't like the hosts. The production value's minimal at best.
I wish I had pulled this audio. It was so shocking that I tried to interject to say, that's already in use, but it was one of those things where it went from one thing to the next to the next. So by the time I would have gotten the opportunity to state my case, it would have been, I don't know, the moment had passed.
So we get our first tweet in the June 20th from Chris Wilson. Hey, Steve, what's up with your side gig trying to steal the Amazon Prime Studios out from underneath you guys?
Yeah.
And then the first thing I think, I'm just rolling my eyes. So I reply to Chris.
The GIF that you replied with was fantastic.
Holy cow, I'm so surprised they're stealing our stuff, with the GIF of, what is that from?
I have no idea. No clue, but I love it.
It looks like Sean Penn
Maybe?
acting very surprised at something off screen. I said, holy cow, I'm surprised they're stealing our stuff. We got one a little bit later from Mike Mokris. Whoa, Steve. What's up with old Hot Wings trying to steal the Amazon Prime Studio name on yesterday's local segment? Now, if you're not in this area, you don't download the podcast. Your side gig does 15 normal network radio segments, and then you do one segment for just the local market. Grand
We
Rapids.
usually talk about a local news story or something locally based. Because local wins in radio.
Proven.
That is what every local show is better than every syndicated show.
If you go hyper local, ratings follow.
Yeah, like you, like we just talk about the local stories. We don't. Sometimes we hear from people who know the people that are involved in but you want to be local, you get those people in the studio.
Oh yeah,
on the phone.
Yeah,
like, we're talking to Gary from the Gary's Bakery where there was a big dough explosion.
And then a big donut appeared in his kitchen.
Yeah. I mean, those are the stories.
If you don't get the service dog that ran to the police to tell them that their owner was hurt, are you even doing radio?
No.
Not local enough, Steve. Get it more local.
Not local. We're working on it.
It's a long process. I just hope the ratings can pull through. And this is where I start to become not concerned, but I figured Jersey Steve would come out to brush him back. That's what Mike said.
Yeah.
Back of my mind, I'm thinking, absolutely. So then the last one was, all I can say is I can't wait till next Tuesday with Steve and Kyle. I just heard Steve's side gigs, Amazon Prime Studio talk about shots fired.
Yeah. My only regret is that I didn't speak up. That was I'm taking full responsibility for that. I should have interrupted. Probably wouldn't have mattered. Probably would have gotten murdered for it. Probably would have been told that everything I do is inadequate. You probably would have received some of the shrapnel from the attack.
That seems to happen quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me just say this. If that struggling network radio show that can't even do it locally properly needs to reuse this podcast bit from 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think that we talked about this being the Amazon Prime Studios pretty much from episode 1.
Yeah. So there's two scenarios here. Either somebody is just a crazy closet listener and had never wanted it to get out until it just happened to be blurted out. Mm-hmm. Now, my question, Steve, I wasn't there, and again, I don't listen. The production value is too low. My question is, were the words Amazon Prime Studios said that way?
Absolutely.
So not just like, we need Amazon to sponsor our studios.
That's how it started.
And then he finished up with, the Amazon Prime Studios?
Yes.
Okay. No, now we got a beef. The beef's back on. It may have been simmered for a while, like we moved it to the back burner. We let the broth simmer.
You're getting all worked up. Eat some cheese. Start talking cheese. Or eating cheese.
It's our podcast, Eating Cheese.
You feel better? It's like those old commercials for that candy bar that you hate.
Don't even get me going on those devils. So you mean to tell me, though, that presumably with no prior knowledge...
Here's another one. You now have a chunk in both hands. You're eating from them like a little kid holding like fish sticks.
I just can't imagine. No, I'm good. No, that's it.
You sure?
That's all I got.
I cut one more for you.
No, that's all I got.
Cut 3 for each of us.
I'm not interested. I am...
Yeah, it was...
I'm not surprised, but boy, do I find it funny.
It was hard to believe that old Wings hadn't listened to an episode or two.
Well, it's time to bring back the age-old bit that we tried about a year ago. Need everybody this week to tweet at Hot Wings FBHW, hashtag hard pass, hashtag no thanks,
hashtag spaghetti pants,
hashtag spaghetti pants. Please do that this week.
Yeah, maybe tag at Steve and Kyle in it too.
Yeah, that's
so he
fine.
knows. So he knows that we know.
Now, Freebeer tried to play the ignoring game last year. Now, but I know Freebeer well enough. I know those hit him where it hurt. Those tweets, because he's Googling around, that old man, that old buffoon. I feel like he's at that age now where he's got his phone set on supersize font.
Yeah.
So when he's typing a text, it's 3 letters on his whole screen. Yeah. Then it scrolls.
He still refers to, like, if a couple weeks ago you sent me a link or two for something that we were going to talk about on the podcast, never actually got to. He's still and you had said, "Oh yeah, I sent you that link." He would still say, "I sent you that hyperlink."
Oh boy, that's a problem. So we've got this old
You can use the information superhighway to find that.
Can you connect to the World Wide Web and maybe play this later? I'll listen to it.
That computer got internet on it?
So this over middle-aged, weird-skinned idiot is...
We're talking about Hot Wings still?
Free beer.
Oh, free beer. Okay.
No doubt saw those tweets. Started figuring out what the hell an Urban Dictionary was.
He actually went to the library.
To the library and asked the librarian, "Where's your urban section?" And he tried to look up what spaghetti pants meant.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind that happened a year ago. We need that with possibly older man Hot Wings to happen this week. Again, please tweet at Hot Wings, tag us in it. Hashtag hard pass, hashtag no thanks. Because this is obviously, and it all comes back to the one thing. We know they want a piece, right?
Yeah, of course.
They all want to get in on this. They've seen the setup we got. Not everybody has a rectangular folding table in their basement family room.
This all goes way back to probably 3-4 years ago when there was talk on the radio show, hey, everyone's got to start their own podcast.
How'd that go?
And we're gonna make a podcast network.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are, years later. I'm the only one to have done that.
Successful,
and
I might
it's
add.
Ignored. Not only ignored, but mocked. When it's not being ignored, it is brought up, but then it's mocked.
Look at you, trying to better the radio network.
Team player.
Team player. And I'm along for the ride at no additional cost, so you're welcome.
Yeah. Just waiting, though. Waiting for everyone else to... They're probably just in the planning stages of their
buying
podcast.
Equipment, figuring out the format maybe, weekly, daily.
Yeah. Then no doubt, Steve, what do I do to put this on the internet?
Mm-hmm. Can people listen to this on the World Wide Web?
Can you put this on our podcast?
Oh, boy. Which, speaking of which, I believe we're coming up on that time. I'm hoping it's going to be okay again. Even after I just insulted them, not to their faces, because the Lord knows they don't listen. The week of the 4th, I'm guessing you have off?
Yeah, I am off after this coming week, the week that we are in right now as you're downloading this episode. I got a brief vacation.
Sticking around?
No, going back to Jersey for a couple days.
Oh, that's right. Right. You're seeing a show.
Should not interrupt the recording of the podcast at all. We're not leaving until Wednesday of next week, and I'll be back on Sunday morning.
All right. But I would say there's an outside chance. Now's the time to share the podcast because maybe a few episodes going up on that side gig the week you're gone.
We could do that. I can do that. I do that.
It's like one of those flow charts.
Yeah. Can we do that? Yes. Can I do that? Yes.
I
do that?
So keep your eyes peeled for that. And again, if you have friends or whoever that listens to the Steve side gig that don't listen to the podcast, it's an easy way for them to get it. They don't have to add anything new to their podcast feed. It goes right to them, much to the chagrin of people who don't have to download it.
Yeah.
But much to the chagrin of people who don't seem to be very happy when that happens.
So I have to ask you a question from that came up about a week and a half ago. You and Katie were over here. We had a little bonfire out in the backyard. By the way, yesterday, I, in conjunction with my neighbor, cleaned out a bunch of stuff in our backyard, which I think we're going to talk about at some point. But in the process, now you've obviously been to my house many times.
Yeah.
You've been in the backyard probably a handful of times.
Mm-hmm.
I have a pretty standard size backyard, right?
Okay. Yeah. I agree.
Now from the house to where the grass ends is probably 30 feet or so, 35, 40 feet maybe.
Sure.
And then the whole back half of the yard, like another 40 feet or so, is it's wooded.
Yes.
Now, it's also worth noting, I live in a regular like a normal suburb. We're not like out in the middle of nowhere. We don't have this big, like expansive piece of land. It's just a regular old neighborhood. Mm-hmm. But I'm in a cul-de-sac, so I kind of have like an odd shape. Like my yard is kind of like pie-shaped almost.
Right, weird
like
angles.
It gets wider in the back.
Yeah.
I've walked out through there 100 times. Would it surprise you if I told you that I found something that would have come in very helpful with our bonfire? I found a massive 20 feet long, 4 or 5 feet tall pile of stacked firewood.
So the alternative was your wife at one point during this fire using a phone flashlight
to like look for twigs
to get twigs
that burned in about 1 second when thrown on the fire.
And you're telling me you had pretty much a pre-made pile.
Now, there was one pile that I knew was there because it was right next to our shed. The previous owner had cut down a tree in the backyard, like a really big tree. I mean, these logs are probably 1.5 feet wide. But I guess that the other pile was from the higher up branches that were thinner. But I have enough firewood for probably 5 years. I don't think I'll ever run out.
Yeah.
I also found 5 Christmas trees back there, which are all in the dumpster now.
Good. So this previous family had gone 5 holiday seasons.
Yeah.
And thought, free roadside pickup, no thank you. Dump service, or go to the junkyard or whatever. Hard pass.
No. That would get it. I don't want a needle in the car.
I've got a nice wooded area back there.
It's my garbage dump.
Yes.
Yeah, that we found so much stuff. We found an old rusted swing set. What had to be half of a deck from the back of the house. That was back there too. So we broke that all into 1 million pieces. Cut down 3 trees that you can't even tell because there are still 1 million trees back there.
So is that an area that you're ever going to look at and say, let's do something with it? Like, let's either fully rate, you're just going to leave it wooded
that was the one thing we really liked about the house is all the trees back there because it provides a lot of shade, it provides a lot of privacy. So we really enjoyed it. But I think, we want to put in, this whole thing started because we needed a new shed. The shed that we have is kind of falling apart. So we wanted to clear out all the stuff that was behind it. And that's when my neighbor got involved, and this turned into a big old project. But so we're getting there. We are getting there. We're going to build a shed. It's going to be great.
But why don't you just use the wood that's back there?
Oh, it was all rotted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You just slap some stain on it. Call it good.
Little Thompson's water seal.
Yeah.
No. So we had to get an actual, like a big old dumpster, a 10-yard dumpster in front of the house, and it is so filled that I'm concerned that they're not going to pick it up tomorrow.
So let's talk about your status around here. This whole thing came about. Your neighbor came out last week. Saw you last week. Now, we've talked about your reputation as it currently is around here. Mm-hmm. You're the Sunday antenna installer.
Yeah.
The guy who hates Jesus in favor of television.
Yeah, with a passion. I have a passion for that Christ.
For hating Christ.
Right. And that's the spinoff to Passion of the Christ.
You had way too many feet of fence stacked on the side of your house at one point.
I wouldn't say way too many, and they were neatly stacked.
Well, they barely fit in Rex's car.
Well, it's true. They were pushing the limit of Rex's town car just a bit, but he managed to get them in there. He just pushed the beer cans aside, the empty beer cans aside, loaded them in there. Everything was good.
Yeah.
I actually got rid of something else. Remember the basketball hoop that was out there in the driveway?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was, I gave away the backboard. And then I took my grinder and I cut the pole off at the base because it had like a 50,000-pound ball of concrete on the end of it. So I cut that off, and when I knocked it down, I realized, oh, cool, they filled that with concrete too. So that weighed 600 pounds, and I had to have my neighbor help me carry it to the dumpster yesterday. But yeah. So okay, moving on. Is there anything else?
So this neighbor comes up to you.
Knocks on the door early last week.
Yep. Now this, I've thought about this. Because I took this one way, and I told you this last week.
Of course you did.
And you took it a totally different way.
Yeah.
I think
the right way.
I think we need to put this on the poll this week.
Okay.
I think this is the one.
You think this is the one that you're going to win?
This is the one where I break through.
Okay.
He came up to your door, knocked on it in the middle of the day, and what did he tell you about stuff like your deck, your 5 Christmas trees that were thrown into the backyard willy-nilly by the previous owners?
Yeah. Well, he didn't tell me anything.
Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to phrase it wrong.
He knocked on... How about I just tell how it happened, and then you can say what you think the hidden meaning was.
Yeah.
Okay. Early last week... Now, well, actually, this all goes back about a month. I was talking to the neighbor, and he poked his head over the fence when he was outside. I was outside. We talked for a few minutes, and I said, yeah, I'm eventually... there's a lot of junk out behind the shed that the previous owners left. Deck boards, a million trees that have been cut down. I think I want to get rid of all of that stuff. And he said, oh, okay, well... I have to... Then the conversation was short. Fast forward to last week, he knocked on my door and said, hey, I'm going to be replacing a bunch of fence posts for my fence because they're all rotted out at the base. And my fence, the fence on your side, is a couple sections of it are getting... Like, if the wind blows, I'm afraid they're going to blow down. I said, oh, okay. I figured he was just coming over to say that, to be like, hey, just a heads up. If you see that a couple sections of fence are out, don't worry. Or to warn me because he knows we have a dog and they have a pool, so we don't want like the dog getting over and whatever. I was like, yeah, cool. He said, when are you planning on doing the work, cleaning out the stuff in your backyard? I was like, I don't know. We didn't really have a plan. We were thinking sometime this summer. And he said, because when I have those sections of fence out, it'll make it much easier to get all that stuff out of your yard, because then I could cut through his yard, go straight shot down his driveway. Mm-hmm. Whereas if it were me, if the fence wasn't coming down, I'd have to go all the way across our yard, around the house, then down to the front. So he said, do you want to get it this weekend? I'll help you cut the trees down. I'll help you load all the stuff up in the dumpster. I was like, free labor. I'm not going to say no to that. But I told him, I'm traveling Thursday to Saturday. I'm not going to be back until 11 at the earliest on Saturday morning. He's like, no problem. My brother's going to be in town. We can do this. Mm-hmm. All right, cool. So I called up, got the dumpster delivered. He had, well, actually, we left off the conversation with him saying, I'll call and get a quote on the dumpster. Okay, cool. Nice. You're going to do the work. Great. So I give him my phone number. He's like, I'll give you a call once I get the dumpster quote. I was like, all right, cool. This is the only weird part of the story here, because the next morning I'm at work and I get an email from my neighbor saying...
Whoa. When did you guys exchange emails?
Saying, here's the quote. And I was like, that's weird. We didn't exchange email addresses. But hey, whatever.
I'm winning.
So
I'm so winning this week.
So then yesterday...
You can see my face. I'm so happy.
Yesterday at about 8 in the morning, I get a text from Annette as I'm working my way back to Michigan from Wisconsin. And she said, he's already out there working. Him and his brother. They were already out there like cutting trees down and stuff. I got home around 11:30. The dumpster was half full already. It was fantastic. So started working then. We finished a little before 4 o'clock yesterday. So it was a solid 3.5, 4 hours of work. We got all the stuff out of my yard. It looks fantastic.
Noticeable difference?
Yeah. There was one tree that was it was growing. This is the guy that lives in back of him. The one who made his way over to my house when Annette and I were putting floor down, and he just like squeezed through the fence.
Yeah, I found a space. Come say hello.
So there's this tree hanging into this guy's yard, and it was obviously dead, but it was like if the wind blew hard enough, it was going to fall. So my neighbor was like, oh, I want to take that one down too. And I'm like, hey man, have at it. You want to do that? Great. But there's no way that this tree could fall and not land on a fence. There were 3 different fences that come together. I was like, it has to land. Like, the laws of physics show that it will land on something. He's like, well, I think it's going to land on my fence, and I'm okay with it. Okay, man. So his
quote, I think.
So his brother takes an extension ladder, puts it up this tree. So he's like 15 feet up this tree, uses a ratchet strap to tie the ladder to the tree, then takes another ratchet strap and lassos it around himself and the tree. So he's now like stuck to the tree. Takes his chainsaw up there and he starts cutting. And within like 1 second of cutting, he's probably a quarter of an inch into the tree. You can already see it starting
coming
to go
down.
Like, this thing was dead. If the wind had blown one more time, it probably would have fallen down. So it falls, and when it breaks off, the base of the tree springs back. Well, he's holding on for dear life. Luckily strapped himself in, so he survived. It couldn't have worked out better. We had taken out 2 sections of fence, the ones where the fence posts were rotting away. And then we took out one more. I was like, why don't we take out that one too? Because I think if it's going to fall, it's going to fall like right here. It takes us 2 minutes to take it out. We may save your entire section of fence.
Sure.
Man, we threaded the needle so perfectly.
Really?
The whole top of this tree falls down. The only carnage was one picket broke off at the top where the tree landed.
Wow.
Whole thing landed in the neighbor's yard. I hopped over there with a chainsaw, cut the whole thing up, threw everything back into our yard.
Yeah.
I even raked everything up, so there's like no sign of it in his yard at all.
What a nice neighbor.
What a great neighbor. Everything is great. We put his new fence posts in the ground, concrete them in there, put all the fence panels back up. Everyone's happy. Mm-hmm. I thank him. He thanks me. We're thanking each other. There's high fives going left and right. Mm-hmm. I got an entire dumpster full of branches out in front of the house. Mm-hmm. It's picking it up tomorrow.
2 follow-ups.
Okay. What do you got?
How did you get your email?
I have a theory on that. He works for one of the local utility companies. I can only imagine that he just looked it up in their database because obviously he knows my address. He knows my name.
This is such a winner here today. I'm already figuring out how I want to celebrate.
You're not walking, but I can tell that when you are walking, you will have a spring in your step. And that's saying a lot for you because you haven't had a spring in your step in about a year and a half because of that whole...
because of my whole foot breaking, my whole Achilles tendon rupturing, Steve. That's what the big joke is here.
Yeah, I'm just slicing you off a piece of victory cheese.
I think the best way that I could possibly word this for this week's poll to find on Twitter at Stephen Kyle.
All right, you're posting it this week then.
Facebook.com/Stephen Kyle. Tell me if you think this is fair. Did Steve's neighbor have any ulterior motive when informing you about cleanup or the fence being redone?
Oh, I'm sure he did. Because he's got a pool. And anything that leans, the couple trees that we took down were all leaning into his yard. So I know for a fact that he wanted them gone because leaves and sticks and stuff fall in his pool.
I feel like this goes to the cul-de-sac convention's idea that you're the quote-unquote garbage homeowner now. You've had cars everywhere. You've had loose Jeep tires flying through the garage into the backyard. You've had You've had antennas going up when they're just trying to pray. You've had a man in a town car loading up vinyl fencing.
You do not talk bad about Rick.
My theory is that you're the garbage homeowner, according to the cul-de-sac convention. No, I don't think so. I've seen your home. Mm-hmm. I've seen everything that you've done inside, outside. My idea, he said, man, this guy's been living here it's been almost a year. I look out the back. I see 5 Christmas trees in a deck.
Well,
and
no.
he hasn't touched it. I don't care if he can't see it. The fact is he saw it.
He saw it because I told him it was there. And the tree carnage that was back there, all the logs and everything, he put there because he used to be good friends with the guy that lived here, and both of them are like the Dutchiest of the Dutch and won't spend a dime to hire anyone to do anything.
Which is why you got that quote emailed to you.
Yeah.
About a dumpster.
Well, he actually offered to haul it all away for free because he has a trailer.
Well, and save a few pennies.
Right. And his brother was like, yeah, there's a lot more than one trailer full here. So I paid for the dumpster because I'm not a cheap Dutch jerk.
Like your neighbor.
He may be cheap.
Cheap Dutch jerk. Steve's neighbor.
He's a very nice man. I like him a lot.
I feel like
I enjoy every interaction with him.
He knew when he came over, he had plotted out how he was going to tell you. But his entire idea, let's get this idiot to clean up his backyard once and for all. Otherwise, he may never do it.
Okay.
So that's the poll this week. Was there an ulterior motive from Steve's neighbor when he came to your house to mention cleaning up or taking down trees in your backyard? I think there was.
Well, while there may have been,
this is it, man.
He also realizes he must realize because he's the one that did it.
Yeah.
That me and Annette are not the ones responsible for the garbage. It's his garbage friend that used to live here.
All right, so he gave you a year.
He gave us 8 months. We've been here.
Oh, January was it like November?
No, it was September, October.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I feel like he thought he gave you ample opportunity
to clean up his dirt friend's garbage,
and as a way to soften the blow, offered to help, put in fence posts, whatever stupid reason he gave you, and then emailed you the quote. That's for my argument. That's the tipping point. That he just wanted you to clean up. He was so proactive. He emailed you a dumpster quote at your work address that you never gave him.
Well, we did discuss it. Mm-hmm. It's not like it was out of the blue. I received an email saying, "Hey, Steve, I'm your neighbor. Clean up your junk. Here's a dumpster." I said to him, I was planning on getting a dumpster, and then he said, "Oh, okay, cool."
That's the poll this week at Steve and Kyle on Twitter. Facebook.com/Steve and Kyle.
I want you to post that on Tuesday because I don't want to. I want you to. But wait a minute. I agree with you that yes, he did have an ulterior motive.
We need to figure out the wording yet because in my mind, his ulterior motive.
So there needs to be a way that one of us wins and one of us loses.
Well, yeah, because I feel like
in a roundabout way, yeah, I agree with you. Sure, he doesn't want his ulterior motive. He doesn't care about the stuff in my yard because he can't see it. He cares about the trees that were somewhat hanging over into his yard that would fall into his pool.
We could make this fully basic. Does the cul-de-sac convention look at Steve as the garbage neighbor? Is that fair?
Oh, that's very fair.
I mean, we can change the wording around if you're not so fond of the word neighbor, but I think everything else there is perfectly fair.
All right. But I think it has to be made clear in both of the in the answers that you can give, like yes or no. Yes has to say Team Kyle in parentheses, and no has to say
you're just trying to
Team Steve in parentheses.
You're just trying to tilt that. I won't allow it. Everybody should know yes and no. This isn't a partisan issue.
Okay, folks. If you're a fan of me, Steve, be sure to vote.
How dare you? We're not campaigning.
Why not?
This is a very simple yes or no question. Now, how dare you try to sway this listening audience
Make it political?
Because you're afraid that this poll might go against you.
Not afraid at all. Not afraid at all. So confident, in fact, that I'm going to say to my supporters out there, vote Steve in the next Twitter and Facebook poll.
So did
Steve vote for me? not Kyle.
By the way, in case you're wondering, he just did the "I'm not a crook" from Richard Nixon. If that is in any way, shape, or form going to sway your vote, understand what he was doing while he was saying it. So, yeah, we'll figure out the proper wording, but check for that poll on Twitter and Facebook.
I can't wait. I can't wait to win this one because you think that you finally have one. And folks out there listening,
don't you do this
to this podcast. When have I ever led you astray?
You just did the Richard Nixon. I'm not a crook.
I put my fingers up in the peace sign. I want peace and love. Peace and love.
Okay, Ringo.
Yeah,
that's where it is. Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
if you've ever cared about integrity,
ladies and gentlemen,
you'll vote yes.
Before you go to the polls, I just want you to remember your old buddy Steve. Yeah. He doesn't lead people astray unless it's talking about a story about a surfer living out of his van, smacked into a pier. But hey, I digress. That was a one-time thing.
Folks,
excuse me. My time is not up, candidate.
Sorry.
My time is not up. Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful people of this great Commonwealth.
Podcast Commonwealth?
Yeah, Podcast Commonwealth of the Stephen Kyle podcast.
Yep. No, that's how I'd refer to it.
If there's ever been a time where you've thought, man, Steve's just always right about things.
Wow. Yeah, if that is ever... No, sorry.
Excuse you, candidate.
Apologies.
Please let me finish.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
If there's ever been a time where you've thought, Kyle's nothing but a angry, lying man, possibly a little lacking in the follicle department.
Oh, time is up, Steve. My goodness. You just happened to go over the time limit. Now, folks, listen here. If you have ever once valued integrity and the true intentions of people, you know how to vote this week. We can all agree. We've all heard the stories here on this podcast. Steve being the reckless garbage neighbor. And it's time to just accept what the neighborhood thinks of Steve. And this week, when you go to those polls, you vote yes. Because it's obvious that Steve's neighbors think he's the garbage neighbor. The guy who leads... Oh, my goodness. That thing's running rampant. It must have been
Folks, of course, I got time for a rebuttal. Folks, when you're at the polls this week, I want you to ask yourself, what would a great American do? When I think of a great American, I think of a man who overcame adversity.
Oh, Richard Nixon.
Beat the odds. Won us the Cold War.
If I can change, and you can change.
Yeah.
Everybody
vote for Steve. Thank you, Rocky. Appreciate that endorsement. Appreciate it very much. So, folks, in closing, I want to say that when you're at the polls this week, do not vote for something that Kyle would vote for, because Kyle is typically wrong on a lot of things.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Therefore, when you're at the polls this week, folks, vote Steve. Vote Steve.
Again, the Richard Nixon hand signs as he approached his airplane while he was being impeached.
Yeah. Well, he resigned the presidency. He didn't want to bring the nation down.
It was during impeachment, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he did not want to bring the nation down. Wanted it to go on business as usual.
Yeah.
Everything, of course, I said is correct.
Fine,
everything
folks
that you said
listening out there
is wrong.
Fine, folks listening out there, as my closing statement this week.
I think these were intermediate statements. There might still be another
there might be the
round or two of
round.
debate. Yeah.
Just, you know what? Just, we all know the truth here this week. The numbers will lead people to the promised land this week, Steve, as we all realize your neighbor had extra meaning when he approached your house, and it wasn't to save his beloved pool. This house has been here. How old is this house, Steve?
29 years old.
How old do you think those trees were, Steve?
I don't know. I didn't count the rings.
Sounds like 29 years old those trees were.
So you believe that the trees
and you're
were
going to
the trees?
candidate. It is not your time.
My apologies.
Sounds like those trees were 29 years old. So you're telling me this man has been counting... That damn sound machine's broken today. That this man has studied the lifetime of those trees and figured out that if those get to 30, they're in much more danger of falling, and that they need to come down right now. Now, sure, it didn't have anything to do with your 5 Christmas trees back there and your wooden deck. No way, man. How could that ever have anything to do with it? We all know what he meant. Vote Kyle.
Really sputtered to an end there.
No, listen, I'm trying to keep it simple because you're trying to convolute the timeline, Steve. That's what you're trying to do. Yeah. You're trying to muddy up the details.
How so?
By throwing in your wishy-washy, Rocky slogans. Your Richard Nixon.
Just because I have a friend in my corner who is stumping for me, and you got no one over there, not a person to be seen. Don't get mad at me.
I feel like my spokesperson right now would be a video of Clint Eastwood talking to that chair.
That's the guy you want?
No, I'm saying that's about how it would go because you watch. It's going to be 90-10. This thing goes 90-10. I'm hitting the door.
Hitting the bricks, huh?
All you're seeing is a dust trail left by my shoes.
Okay.
Because I'm racing out of this podcast forever.
So that'll be it. 101 episodes?
Yep.
Calling it quits.
Yep.
All right. Now, the original thing that I wanted to get to, I actually started to get to, was when you and Katie were over here about a week and a half ago. We were outside, sitting by a roaring fire.
Yeah.
You brought up that you were going to step back into the DIY world, do a little project.
2 feet.
One of the simplest projects known to man. Something that even Stevie Wonder could properly pull off. You wanted to have your TV mounted on the wall.
Yeah.
Was it a bedroom?
Yeah.
Bedroom TV. Okay. So, in my experience, you go to the store, you buy the mount, you put maybe 4 lag bolts into the wall, right into the studs.
No, I used...
Put the TV on there?
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I used 4, aggressive bolts. Don't know what a lag bolt would be.
Was that a bolt joke?
No, well, wouldn't it be just a regular... What's a lag bolt?
Well, that's the type of bolt that it is.
That's what I used then.
Are you coming up with bolt humor?
So I order a TV mount, put it on the wall, make some changes in the bedroom... Excuse you. Well reviewed on Amazon Prime.
What'd you pay for it?
$25.
All right. Can't give you too much flack for that.
Full tilt.
Oh, there you go.
Side
Swivel
to side.
too. Oh.
Come on, full range of motion, Steve. What if I decided to move the bed outside the window?
Yeah, that's true.
To angle it
you need
70 degrees
for your backyard bed.
Obviously.
All right. I'm on board. You've won me over. Despite
Get
how
home.
stupid you are about my interaction with my neighbor. Folks, I don't want you...
So I get home Tuesday, and I think, you don't need to wait for anybody for this.
Today's the day?
Yeah, sure. This TV is not... I don't even think it's LED, or, it's not brand new.
I think Let's see. I think the modern ones now, like the ones that you see at all the stores now, the really super crystal clear ones, I think they're LED.
When you get with those, I mean, the weight nowadays is crazy different.
Oh, yeah. That TV, the Jumbotron behind you, probably weighs 80 pounds. But
okay.
Now you get a flat, because that thing's also 4 inches thick at the thickest part. But now the TVs are 1.5 inches thick at the most. And it's crazy how light they are.
Mine is similar to that, according to the internet, because yes, I had to actually search the specs of the TV. You'll find out why in a few minutes.
Oh, boy.
Ended up being 45 pounds.
All right. That's
So
not bad.
it's still, compared to today, though, I mean, I actually weighed the one in our living room, and it's like 23 pounds.
Would you like put it on the bathroom scale or something?
So it is different. I decide, you know what? I'm going to tackle this thing no matter what. Not a big deal. What is it? It's one straight bar. You affix the mounting arm on it. Mm-hmm. That hooks onto the plate that you pre-install on the TV.
It's just the up and down bar.
One stud.
So simple.
Right?
Even an idiot, loser, virgin with a follicle disorder.
So I get the stud finder out. Find the center stud. Make a few marks of where it's supposed to pre-drill holes.
That's half of the project right there.
Pre-drill the holes. Mm-hmm. Now this TV mount came with what I'm kind of mad I've never seen before, a mini magnetic level.
That was me. You heard that, right?
I heard that. Okay. I didn't know if that was you. No. Or if that was you stepping back and going, oh.
No, that was me. That was all gut.
Another week bites the dust.
I thought for sure that this was going to be the week. We're an hour and 21 minutes in.
Yes. It usually doesn't take this long. No. I am thrilled that we're back on track.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Boy, we'll have to give a tally on that next week. So I use that level, make sure everything's beautiful, drill, and I assume it's going to be some large screws going in until I open up the sleeves of junk they give you to install it.
All the little nuts and bolts and spacers and everything. Yeah.
And I see hex pattern screws.
Okay. That's a lead bolt.
Okay. Guess who doesn't know how to hook that onto his drill or what? I don't have any of those attachments.
Okay.
So I'm the idiot.
This guy's got one. Standing
on his dresser, his brand new dresser they just bought, with a socket.
Okay.
Just wrenching on it into the stud. And they're about that wide.
It'll work.
Until my socket wrench blows out.
Okay, that means it won't work. So you got to drill a little bit bigger pilot hole for them.
I just drilled the exact pilot hole it said.
Okay.
It said 3/8.
3/8.
But these screws were, you've seen it. They're very, very large.
Yeah, why would I have such if it's a 3/8 hole, it's probably at least a half inch bolt, which is pretty big.
Pretty big, especially fitting into one stud, whatever.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you overcame the problem, though.
I get those in, no problem. Sure, it took a few extra minutes as I'm, finding a different socket wrench to use and tightening them down.
I'm surprised you had two. Surprised you had a backup.
Three. But one I would have needed an adapter for this, right? Whatever. Okay. So I move on to the plate on the back of the TV. Now, I told you this TV, it's LCD, 45 pounds.
Yep.
Now, I learned more on this day about VESA patterns.
Oh, yeah.
Ever heard of that, Steve?
It's the pattern on the back of the TV. It's like 4 bolts.
Yeah, 4 holes.
Yeah, 4 holes that you screw the bolts into that then mount that hold the TV up.
Yeah. Most of them are 200 by 200. These are millimeters, of course.
Millimeters, of course.
Some are 400 by 400. Your large televisions tend to be 600 by 600, Steve, just as an example, which would make sense that something, not my house related, something that I have in my house is 400 by 200.
Okay.
I check. Says this mount's good for all those sizes. Perfect. But what they don't tell you is the plate isn't wide enough to fit those patterns. That plate's meant for 200 by 200.
And it didn't come with another plate?
Came with like those adapters. So you see the images of TV mounts and they've got, looks like an X.
Yeah.
So they've got 4 adapters. And all the pictures I've seen are these adapters going straight out making an X.
Yeah.
If I were to take a picture right now of the back of my television.
It's just Gorilla Glue.
With those arms attached, you would wonder how it's sitting there.
Okay.
So you have your rectangle plate, and then the 4 arms come off of the corners of it.
Yeah.
I have one arm almost completely horizontal, one arm, and they're all in different holes on these adapter arms.
Is your TV crooked?
No.
Nailed it.
I spent at least 30 minutes Googling how to install a TV mount on a 400 by 200 VESA pattern.
All right.
And finally, I said, what's the worst that happens? It falls off the wall and rips a chunk of drywall with it.
Yeah, no big deal.
Whatever.
You'll just be out at Best Buy on Black Friday, buying a new one for $4,
Stealing another TV from Steve.
while I'm in bed.
So I see nothing. So I finally say, I don't give a damn. This TV's going up one way or another. And I make, like I described, I'll have to take a picture of it, Steve, the world's jankiest pattern to make these adapter arms work.
Okay.
Now what that leaves is 2 screws sticking out from the back of the plate that you then hang on the arm, which is coming from the wall.
Okay.
And you tighten it up in the back. Not supposed to go anywhere. They don't tell you if that's going on a wall and you're one person holding like a 50-pound TV.
Yeah, while you're trying to reach around the back and
with a screw cap.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty hard.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Took me about 5 tries. And I had like stuff stacked on a chair, so I could reach behind and like see over and reach behind the TV.
Yeah.
There's no way it's tight enough.
Okay.
But that TV is 6 days steady on the wall.
Look at that. Look at that. I'm impressed.
Only 2.5 hours.
That's actually not awful.
Really?
That one took about that long. Granted, I also wired in a new outlet and hit all the cables.
I didn't.
So you have this beautifully mounted TV, but then there's just the wire hanging down.
No, what I ended up doing, I had a spare, or my brother had a spare, Robert. One of those, it's essentially, it just goes, it's like a plate that you screw into the wall. Mm-hmm. And then a cover that slides over it, and you're supposed to paint it the same color as the room. It's maybe a half-inch thick.
Yep.
Slapped one of those on. That was by 2 minutes, Steve. Did it like an old pro.
Nice.
Sure, the top screw and the bottom screw did not hit the stud.
No.
So I just slapped a few right in the middle. Made sure they hit the stud. But that's okay. I got that cover going right over it. Kyle's got a TV on the wall,
Look
everybody.
at you. Man, that is fantastic.
If you're keeping tabs, that means I have now installed a microwave. Mm-hmm. That's the only other thing that went well. Installed a dishwasher. Did not go well.
Well, I mean, it's installed.
That's true. It's there.
Yeah. Of course, your water is running through a gas line.
Was.
Yeah.
Just call me DIY Kyle if you have any questions.
DI Kyle.
DI Kyle, but the Y is supposed to be capitalized.
Yeah, of course.
You have any questions? Any home improvement issues?
Talk to your buddy Kyle.
Hashtag on Twitter or Facebook. Hashtag DI Kyle. I'll give you your answer. I'll tell you how to fix those problems. You got a leaky sink? Come on.
No problem.
Do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Clogged.
That DI Kyle is right up there with Sports Tate, I think.
This one at least still spells out DIY. Sports Tate sounds like a sexual position.
Well, you know.
I'd like to thank everybody who stuck with me. I didn't have to call Steve once for this.
You know, I actually, because I remember you saying that you were going to be working on that.
Yeah.
And I thought, I should give Kyle a call and see if he needs a hand. But I didn't have time that day. Mm-hmm. And I really wanted to know how it worked out, but I figured I would wait until we were on the air or on the record to talk about it.
I was cruising up until I got to the VESA pattern portion, and
It'll get you every time.
There's still a very high probability that I did it wrong.
Well, I think you did because you said that it wasn't like angled correctly.
Oh no! I'll take a picture of the way those arms are stuck on the back of the TV.
I look forward to seeing that,
and I'll post that. Check out our social media for that this week because it is a disaster. Now, maybe that is the way you're supposed to do it, but I couldn't find anywhere online that gave any suggestions on how to do that with a different pattern like that. Everything I saw just like the one that you have here, which is the 2 horizontal arms.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing
Yeah,
you
that's
have
a cheapie. That one costs like $12 at Harbor Freight.
Right, but that
Yeah.
I didn't
because that stationary, doesn't swivel, doesn't tilt,
Yeah.
nothing. But I got that because it's a basement TV and we never have to move it.
Right. So thank you to everybody. Hashtag DI Kyle is in full effect. I'll even come to your home. We got to get to this very briefly. Speaking of DI Kyle, you have another project. You've totally steved this summer.
I don't know about that.
Your trim.
What have I steved? Trim's done.
How long?
Took quite a while.
Instead of just relaxing, though.
Well, that was the trim total 3 days, 4 days.
Okay, it was just a long gap in between.
Yeah, day 1 was like 3 months
in
ago.
March.
Yeah, and day 4 was yesterday, and that finished it all while I was gone.
You finally get a little free time. You're done with your major projects. You decide to add on cleaning up your backyard at your neighbor's behest.
Yes. Oh, and I have some good plans for the workshop I'm gonna build.
Right there?
No. That is a room where the door will never be opened.
It's weird. I feel like we've talked about that in the past as APS 4.0.
No, but I have, there's one room down here. Our basement's really divided, and I don't really like it. There's a lot of little rooms. I kind of want to knock out some walls.
Oh, boy, Chip and Joe, we're here. We're not property brothers. We're knocking down a wall.
So the one room is like where all the tools and everything are, and it's the only room that, like, when we moved in, it was just open the door, throw crap in there, close the door.
So that's where all your junk is right now.
It's where all the junk is, and I hate it. Every time I need to find, like, a box of screws, it takes me an hour. It's very frustrating.
Okay.
So I'm going to slap some paint on the wall.
Mm-hmm. Whoa!
That was an internal burp.
That was an actual voice.
It actually said, nope.
Not again.
Yeah, I'm going to slap some paint on the walls, put up some shelves, build a little mobile workbench, like a workbench with some wheels on the bottom of it, so I can roll it from one side of the room to the other. That's going to be my little workshop in there. Looking forward to that.
You need more workspace? That's where we're at?
Well, it'd be nice to at least have everything organized.
Right. So that's on the list right after APS 4.0.
No, much before. I need that in order to have a workspace. So if I eventually ever come around to the idea of maybe putting microphones in that room,
wouldn't even be that hard. I mean, we've done it before. No way it could go as poorly again.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. I've done it before.
How could it go? It can't go that bad, right? Right?
Well, we don't have to put in a half-price Hobbit hole door. Or double.
It's normal?
Double-priced Hobbit hole door.
It's a normal door.
Yeah, it's a normal-sized door.
Look at that. Money's already being saved. So you decided, why wait any longer? And you have now not doubled down, but you've added another project to your plate beginning this week.
Yeah, money-wise, I've only halved down because this purchase was split.
Okay.
Between Cy, Dolan, Ryan Young, and I.
Mm-hmm.
When I first bought the old Jeep, or the newer Jeep,
yeah,
I bought it off of a website. It's an auction site that you buy vehicles off of that have been involved in accidents, and that seemed to murders. Yeah, that seemed to really pique old Cy's interest because for months now. He's been, every now and then, I noticed it started slowly. Every now and then he'd say, so, how's that website work? What do you got to do with this? Or how's this whole thing work? How do you pay for it in the end? Do you have to, is it like credit card? Or like, just little questions every now and then. And I knew, we got a fish on the line.
So you're now a telemarketer.
Yeah, I am making commission.
It's a slow build.
So,
to sucker these people in.
So when he found out the price that I got mine for, it really piqued his interest. And then he started looking for, like every day, he'd send me links to 18 different vehicles. Hey, check this one out. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
And then he finally came over to Team Jeep, and he started looking at Jeeps. sending me links. What about this Jeep? What about this Jeep? What about this Jeep? Let's buy this Jeep. Let's buy this Jeep. So a couple weeks ago, there was one that we really liked. We thought that it was going to be a winner, and it was in Detroit. So it's at a yard, like at a salvage yard. So you can drive over there and you sign in. You can go out and look at it. So if you want to see the vehicle in person before you bid on the auction, it's great. You get to go and look at it first so you can really see, because the pictures that they give you aren't really descriptive. Like, they don't crawl around under it and take pictures of it or anything like that. They take like 8 different pictures. All the vehicles have the same pictures.
Right.
Side angle, front, back, interior, exterior.
Giving you a general idea.
General idea. It's done in a way where they don't want you to see all the damage that the vehicles have.
Make you drive out, and that way when you're out there,
yeah,
they drove all the way over here. They're not going to want to leave with nothing.
So we drive all the way out there. It's a nearly 3-hour trip to get there because there's traffic. Drive out there, look at it, and we're like, hey, this thing looks great. Mm-hmm. Or we think we're going to buy it. It has a little bit more damage than we thought, of course. No big deal. On the way out, we see another one that we really like, so we write down the number of that one. Well, we ended up not getting either of them. Just outbid on both of them. Okay, no.
Because you had, no doubt, a high water mark. You're not going over this.
Yeah.
Don't want to spend more than this money.
Yeah, because I know how much the parts cost.
Yeah.
Just based on it had almost identical damage to the one that mine had.
You've no doubt got all that extra cash from how much ahead of schedule your last Jeep was and how well that went.
So we found this one. Found one a couple of weeks ago, and we thought, this is the one. This is the white whale. This is going to be our moneymaker.
Able to see it?
No, it's in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Able to see it.
Able to see it via internet. So last, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, came up for auction. And I'm sitting there watching the auction. Chris had committed to bidding on it because he has his account set up. I have my account, and he's like, I got it. So I'm sitting there watching the auction as it happens, and it tells you where the people are bidding from. Somebody's bidding from New Jersey. It's a little New Jersey flag, and it says New Jersey next to it. Somebody's bidding from Ghana, little Ghana flag. So I'm watching this, and it's going back and forth between Texas, Michigan, Texas, Michigan, Texas, Michigan, and the auctions only go on for about a minute and a half.
Oh, that's fast.
Yeah, so you can pre-bid if you want. So if you look at the if you find a vehicle that you like in advance, you can say, okay, I'll bid no more than $3,000 on that. And then I think what it does is it'll bid up for you as the auction's going on. Well, I see that the final bid goes to Michigan. So I was like, I think this is it. I sent him a text real quick. I said, was that you? Because somebody else from Michigan could be bidding on it. He says, we got it. I was like, hell yeah. We're all excited about it.
So you got a Jeep.
Well, we had the high bid, but this one had a reserve price on it. And we were $3,500 below the reserve price. But we didn't know that. Like, you don't know what the reserve price is. So we had the high bid, but the sale is called on approval, meaning if whoever's selling the vehicle says, okay, they can have it, then yeah, we get it. Mm-hmm. But they don't have to take it. So about 10 minutes later, he gets a notification saying they've countered. They want this amount, which is $3,500 more than we paid or than we committed to.
So their reserve. They're just asking for their reserve.
They want their reserve. It wasn't worth it. So he's like, what do you want me to say? I was like, no. Counter what our high offer was.
Because it's not like you need. I mean, you're doing this because you guys want to.
We don't need this. There are a million Jeeps that go up for auction every day.
Right.
But we were just at the point where it wasn't worth it anymore. If we had paid $3,500 more for it, it's not worth it. So they counter. They say, oh, how about this? Again, $3,500 more. So he can make a counter offer. He's like, what do you want me to counter him? I said exactly the same.
What we bid.
He fires it back.
Bold move.
20 minutes later, they counter again. They had come down $2,000.
Oh,
said,
boy.
How about this?
They showed weakness.
They did. And he says, what do you want me to bid? I said, exactly the same. They just came down $2,000. We didn't go up $1.
Yeah, they're willing to budge.
Why would we give money away?
Yeah.
0. He's like, you sure? Maybe we meet him in the middle. No. 0. They come back 10 minutes later. They came down like another $500. He's like, what do you want to do? 0. Nothing.
Jersey Steve's coming out.
No more money.
Jersey Steve's coming out.
Jersey Steve he was in full force.
Via internet.
They said, then it was like an hour and a half later, he sends me a message. We got it.
So they ended up.
They came down $3,500. We didn't go up $1.
So they rolled over.
And
Wow.
I think the reasoning is this vehicle was damaged in an accident last July. Mm-hmm. And it's just been sitting there.
All
They
right.
finally had somebody who bid a little bit on it.
So give me the details. How many dead?
I think that there's a dead dog in the undercarriage.
Oh, again. Come on. How do those keep coming up, man?
No, this one is, it looks similar to how mine looked, but the damage is not nearly as bad.
Okay.
From what I can tell. If I were to compare the pictures of mine to the pictures of this one looks like I need a fender. I need a bumper.
Uh-huh.
Already have the bumper. Picked it up before the softball game last week.
Accruing parts.
Already getting them. I was away the end of last week.
Yeah, you're traveling
in Green Bay for the radio show, like we talked about earlier. And now, forgive me if you heard this on Monday's radio show, because I'm sure it'll come up. We just haven't. We're recording this. Whoa! By the way, it is Sunday, June 24th, 2018, the year of our Lord. It's the Steve and Kyle podcast.
Should we go back to the start?
Yeah. May as well restart.
I think I can play that piano solo.
So, sorry if this does come up on the radio show tomorrow. I'm sure it will. So I'm bored in the hotel on Friday because we had a morning show, we had a night show, we had like 8 hours in between to kill. Took a little nap. Pulled out the computer. I'm like, let me check out Facebook Marketplace for the local area. Let's see if I can... Because there were a handful of parts that I needed, and most of them are small enough where I could fit in my bag. And I just cannot find them here for whatever reason. Can't find them locally.
You don't have a car there.
No, we did. We had a rental car.
Oh, okay.
Yep, we had a rental car. So it was no issue. I knew that I could grab the keys to the car, drive and get them. So I found one of the parts. The guy was 8 miles from where we were in the hotel.
Not bad.
Sent him a message. He said, yep, got it. You can swing by. I'm home right now. I was like, hell yeah. So I hop in the car, drove over there, and I picked up a fender in Green Bay.
Not those. No, excuse my car ignorance, Steve. Those aren't small, are they?
Not particularly. No, I'll show you exactly what I... Let's see what I picked up from this nice man. I think I deleted the photo, but that's all right. I can recently deleted. And here it is.
Okay. Yeah, that's big.
I should be more clear. It's not the fender, it's the fender flare.
Yeah, okay. It's like a side piece.
Yeah, it's what covers the tire. So I thought, wow, man, because everyone around here, they're just trying to rip people off. They want like $300 for them. They're worth about $5. So I go over to this guy's house. He's got all 4 of them, like front and back, one for each side.
But you only need the one.
I only needed the one. He also had like the steps that go on the side of the Jeep that like you step onto to get into it.
So in the back of your mind, are you thinking... Deal of the century round 2?
Deal of the century round 2.
Yes!
Because when I tell you that I paid $25 and got all of that, that's a pretty good deal, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm sure it'll fit. There will be no issues.
So here's the deal. He lives in Green Bay, but he's in Grand Rapids once a month for work.
Okay.
So he said, well, I can just bring it all to you in a month. But me being impatient and knowing that we needed that fender flare, I was like, how about this? how about I drive over, I pick up that one fender flare, bring it with me, and you bring me the rest in a couple of weeks. And he said, all right, cool. So there I am, back in the hotel room with this fender that's covered in mud and grass because he had it sitting on the side of his house, and grass clippings were all caked to the bottom of it. So I put it in the shower in the hotel room. I gave it a bath.
Dude, you need to move to a farm. You're such a redneck.
It was pretty rednecky.
I mean, you're showering fenders. Think about this. For God's sake.
So then I did what anyone else would do. I tweeted at American Airlines and at TSA, or at Ask TSA, and said, asking for a friend, can I bring this on the plane? And it was a picture of the fender. Oh, American replied right away saying, we can't tell from the picture. What is that? I reply, duh, car fender.
Bunch of idiots. You tell me you don't have car part travelers all the time?
They replied with a link to their official what can you bring on the plane rules. And there is a section in there about car parts. And it said as long as it's not like covered in oil or gasoline, yes, you can bring it on a plane. As long as it like fulfills the other requirements for bringing baggage on, meaning like it'll fit in the overhead bin or it'll fit under the seat.
Which this will do neither.
Neither of which it'll do. On a very big plane, it would, like if I was flying to Europe on the massive like 747s that are like 11 seats wide.
Yeah.
It might fit. This thing, not a chance. But that's okay. I'm only $25 into this. I'm not that committed at this point. So if I get to the airport and they say no go, all right, whatever. I'll throw it in the garbage and I'm out $25.
You wouldn't check it?
No, because then I got to pay like $35 to check it, and then it's not worth it. So I'm all in.
So
I am all in on this fender.
I can't get past this. You throw it away. You come home, find another one for $25. That's still $50 compared to the $60.
But that's the problem. I couldn't find another one locally that cheap. The closest I could find one was 2 hours away. And the guy wanted like $50 for all four.
So that's your other option then.
Yeah.
Is throw away 25, pay 60, or throw away 25, or pay 100 and drive 2 hours?
No, 50.
Oh, sorry, 50.
50. But yeah, then you got to
Plus the
factor
25.
but then you got to factor in the tank of gas to get there.
Yeah, so it still would have been more had you gotten it here than if you had just bitten the bullet for baggage.
Look, I knew what I was doing here.
I like the idea that you're just like, well, find them later and throw it over your head and walk through security. And a fender bounces through the hallway of the airport.
Well, let me tell you how this worked. Yesterday morning around 6 a.m., we got to the airport in Green Bay. Not a person to be found there at 6 a.m. And I figured that was going to work to my advantage because it wasn't going to be busy. It wasn't going to annoy anybody. So we walk up to TSA screening. I am TSA pre-check, of course, because I'm a high roller.
Mm-hmm.
Flies many times a year. I get in. At first, I walk up and you hand your boarding pass and your ID to the woman at the little podium. She looks at it. She writes something on it. Kind of glances down as I'm
holding your fender.
Got my fender under my arm.
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything. Ooh. Okay. Past checkpoint 1. On to checkpoint 2. Walk up. Put my bag on the conveyor belt. Put my other bag on the conveyor belt. Put my fender on the conveyor belt. The very nice man who's working the x-ray machine or whatever it is looks past me and he says, "What is that?" I look at him and I said, "It's a fender."
You big dummy.
And then the greatest thing happened. He goes, "What's that off of?" I was like, a 2013 Jeep.
Oh, God, here we
He
go.
goes, "Buddy of mine's got a Willys," which is an old Jeep. Like the old military Jeep.
So
like,
you no doubt waved.
"That thing's pretty badass, man, that Willys. It'll get through anything." We made a Jeep connection. We chatted Jeeps. Talked about my old CJ.
Sidecast number 6.
Yeah.
Jeep talk.
Yeah. Jeep chat. Jeep jab.
I think we just
Jeep,
call
Jeep
it
jabbing.
Jab and Jeep.
Jab and Jeep.
Oh, that's it. That's the next. Oh boy, that's
That's the first one that I actually like the idea of.
I'll do a history of the mystery. How dare you?
Well, that's true. I do like history of the mystery.
I'll take Sports Tate solo.
Yeah. I'll do Jab and Jeep with
You
Cy
do
Nolan, Ryan
Jab-
Young.
Okay, well then you still need a solo one. I feel like just trying to,
Oh no, I don't think I can carry anything solo.
Really?
No, I'm sure I could. I just don't want to.
Pop a mic. Give me...
Nothing expresses to people that you're more of a loser than when you're doing your own chit chat in your basement.
What kind
Sorry, sir.
of idiot?
I mean,
You have to be some type of loser.
so
I'll do Sports Tate in a second.
So here we are. I've nearly penetrated TSA with Jeep chat. So I said to the guy, "I just throw this on the belt." Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Comes right through security, but wait, there's an issue. You know, there's the guy staring at the screen
Yeah.
as everything goes through the X-ray machine, and I thought, oh no. He's gonna there's some foreign object inside this fender,
right.
like a knife or bullets. So he says, "Is this yours?" Yeah. And then he walks over and he picks up not my fender off the belt, but my bag. Goes through my bag, and he pulls out my little the little bag that I have that has all my toiletry stuff in it.
Oh, okay.
And he takes my Dr. Carver's shave butter from Dollar Shave Club.
Too big?
Too big.
But it made it there.
Made it there, yeah.
Okay. So
It's been on the last 5 trips I've been on. I don't know why. I never shave. I don't.
Yeah.
I just don't use it.
So TSA shooting 16%.
So TSA takes my roughly 1 ounce too big Dr. Carver's shave butter, but lets me walk through with a fender from a vehicle. So I said, "Oh, okay, so I'm good?" "Oh, yeah, you're good." "Okay, so I'm going to pick up my Jeep fender off your conveyor belt and head to the gate?" "Yep." Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
when we returned through New Jersey, my fruit roll-ups were wiped down with a bomb-making strip.
You mean a bomb detecting strip?
Yeah, sorry.
Not a bomb making strip.
Your fender,
Yeah.
your Jeep fender, went through unacknowledged.
No problem. So then we walk through. I get to the gate, and they started boarding us right away. Like we were only sitting in the terminal for about 5 minutes before they started boarding. They called my group number. I walked up there. Now, remember, you're allowed like 1 personal item and 1 carry-on bag. So I have my personal item, which is my laptop bag. So technically a bag, not a personal item.
Sure.
I have my carry-on bag, and I have a Jeep fender. I walk up.
Here's your over the limit.
Walk up, and I say to the guy, "Yeah, I'm going to need to gate check this." And he says, "Okay." Puts a tag on it, and I walk onto the plane. As I'm walking there, he said, "Just throw that gate check stuff on the little cart there." I put it on the cart, and then I sat down in my seat once I got on the plane. I looked out the window, and I saw them rolling the cart out. There's my fender sitting on it. No problem at all. And all appeared to be just fine. And when we landed in Chicago, I looked out the window. I saw that man who was unloading the baggage from the plane carrying my fender. Sure, he dropped it, which kind of made me upset, but that's okay. I claimed it, and then when we boarded our plane for Grand Rapids, handed that to them again, got off the plane in Grand Rapids, took my fender. So for the low price of just $25, I have obtained a fender in my hands already. but in just a matter of weeks, I will have its 3 friends, plus the side steps for the Jeep. Keep in mind, I also gave away those exact side steps about 3 weeks ago.
And you couldn't have waited.
No, we plan to have it put back together. Well, if we get it this week, hopefully next weekend it'll be put back together.
Okay. Well, congrats. Another Jeep endeavor. How's Annette feel? Is Annette happy for you?
I think she is.
Got the Jeep shop up and running.
Mm-hmm.
So, when do we start?
Oh, you're helping with this
Oh,
one.
I'm in. Give me a grease pan and give me a oil checker stick and wrench in my pocket.
Okay. I
And
don't
I'm
know.
in.
I'll be honest, I don't know what any of that means.
Well, I mean,
But yeah, it's going to happen.
I'll have to teach you, I
We're
guess.
hoping to have the Jeep in our possession this week, by the end of the week.
All right. So you tell me when. I'm coming over. I'm lending a hand now. I can lift a jack up. Like I can lift the, I don't know how to let them down. To have you guys do that
It's all right.
part.
It's okay. No problem, man. It's all going to happen. It's going to be great. We're going to make millions.
Can switch out your license plates.
So we've come up with a little name for our endeavor.
Okay.
It's called Second Chance Jeeps.
Oh, boy.
It's the Jeeps that just got a raw deal the first time around.
Yeah, Jeeps. That's what Jeeps are known for, not being overpriced or anything. But
No, that's why you got to
getting
buy
a raw deal.
Yeah, that's why you got to buy them with bent frames and no roof. It's the only way that they're affordable.
So is this a one-time thing?
Absolutely not.
Oh,
well,
my God.
well, it all depends on how this one goes.
So where's this?
We're working on a very thin margin to make profit here.
It's that tight?
It's we got about, after all the repairs.
You're anticipating this much for repairs, right? Like
Yeah, exactly. We know what we're anticipating for repairs, and after all the repairs are made, we got a window of like 5,000 maybe.
Okay, that's not that thin.
Well, remember it's split 2 ways, and there's work that goes into it.
Two and a half.
Split 2 ways. I mean, look, if you want to make a financial commitment to Second Chance Jeeps,
Oh, I can become an investor?
you can become an investor. No problem. I'd be happy to have you on board. We would be happy to have you on board.
All right.
I can talk to the rest of the investors, see what they think. But I think that they'll be happy to have you on board.
So can my investment be in hard labor?
Absolutely not.
All right. So one-time thing, it sounds like. Mm-hmm. Where does that put your workshop timetable?
Workshop.
You said you're building a workshop.
Yeah. The workshop, there's no real rush on that.
Sure. It's just a room filled with junk.
Well,
But there's a lot of needy...
Let me put it this way: if you had the opportunity to spend an entire weekend working to organize a room,
Ugh.
or spend an entire weekend working with the potential of making a few $1,000s, which one are you going to do?
That room really ties the house together.
Does it? It's in the basement.
So you're putting off work is what you're getting at.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right. Well, hey, good luck. Let me know when.
But you know when what?
We're starting.
Oh, right. Of course, you're going to help.
I'm taking first drive.
You're putting in the old elbow work or
elbow grease. Now this is not a stick. This is not a stick shift, right?
No.
Okay, good, because I can't drive one of those.
Well, you're going to have to, if you want to become involved in Second Chance Jeeps, first of all, you have to make the financial commitment.
No.
Second of all, you have to become a man and learn how to drive a manual transmission vehicle.
No, neither of those are going to happen.
Okay.
So what's the third option?
Third is you stare at the glory from the sidelines.
All right, so sounds like I'm in. I'll tell you what, if you get a stick shift, if you have a stick shift vehicle, and you're willing to teach me how to drive one, I've told you, the only other time I had this opportunity, now he's listening right now, Chris, my friend Chris in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, who underwent a terrible natural disaster this past week with some awful flooding.
Is he near Houghton?
Lives there.
Oh, boy.
Awful up there. Offered to teach me how to drive a stick shift once. That was in the Appalachian Mountains on a road trip.
Okay. How'd it go?
Oh, I didn't do it. I'm not an idiot. I'm not stalling going up a hill.
You would have been fine.
I just need a teacher and a vehicle that has a manual transmission.
I should have taught you on the Subaru before I sold it.
I know it.
Really burn that clutch out for the new owner.
Give me 45 minutes. Done.
That's
accurate?
Yeah, I think you've finally gotten something right for once in your life.
That and this week's poll, which if you're listening...
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury...
If you're listening right now, it's important to understand that Steve is a liar.
I don't even remember.
I don't either.
Kyle is a bad man. If you vote for Kyle, you're voting for a bad man.
Steve hates the podcast. That's all I'm saying. If you listen, you'll get those vibes.
All right. Well, I think that, as usual, we didn't get to nearly most of the stuff we wanted to get to.
I can't wait to start elbow greasing on this thing.
But we're at the 2-hour mark, so I think we have to do an express fast five.
Yeah.
And we'll start it right now.
Fast five. What's your time for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1?
I'm so in on this.
Okay.
Can't wait.
You want me to go first? I think you went first last week. Now, keep in mind, when we started this, I had
God,
two.
Here we go again. My couch.
The color of my shirt.
Jeeps.
Okay, number one, the Roseanne reboot.
Doesn't interest me.
Yeah, it's called The Connors, right?
Yeah. No thanks.
All right, next, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh, can't wait. It looks great. Early reviews, very positive.
Okay, coming up next. Oh, here's a real fun topic. Immigration.
Going smooth. Haven't heard any bumps in the road, you?
No. I mean, and once they get that wall up, solves all the problems.
Sounds like we're on our way.
Next, kind of related to immigration, but Melania's coat.
Doesn't mean anything, man.
Just a coincidence, right?
Look at this guy. Reading into things.
And finally, Johnny Manziel.
I'd heard his team started. I don't know if he played or not.
Did he played a couple of times.
Oh, okay.
I think he's kind of doing okay.
All right.
Do you think he's going to make it back?
Yes.
You think he'll be back in the NFL?
Yeah, he's a mid-20s white kid.
Do you think
he's in?
He will be a starter?
Probably not regular, no.
Because he's been out of the NFL for 2 years?
Yeah, I don't think his size was going to prohibit him from being very successful anyway. His playing style mixed with his size reminds me of Robert Griffin, who was a quarterback for the Washington Redskins and the Cleveland Browns, who ended up, he liked to run with the football, and his size being tackled by linebackers and D linemen did not allow him to do that, and injuries ended up essentially forcing him out of the league. I think Johnny Manziel is very similar in that regard. Not as polished of a passer, likes to run the football, but is undersized to do so. You look at a guy like Cam Newton, who's built like a defensive lineman. He runs with the football, and he gets hurt quite a bit.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a guy of Johnny Manziel's size being able to live off of that.
I guess we'll see. But, yeah, he's playing in the CFL for the...
Alouettes?
No. It's the...
Hamilton Sky Cats. Tiger Cats?
Tiger Cats.
I think he makes it back to the NFL.
All right. I guess we'll see. Next, Melania's coat.
Didn't mean anything, man. You're reading.
So she had a coat when she went to the border on Thursday, I think it was, to check out the situation, see how things were going. Being an immigrant herself, you think that there would be some, a little bit of sympathy towards these people, but she wore a coat that said, "I really don't care, do you?"
Yeah.
Which, first of all, why is that coat a thing?
Who's selling that?
Who's wearing that?
Yeah, and somebody
is about to fall again.
Somebody had found the link. I think it was like a $39 jacket. Melania Trump's not going anywhere choosing to wear a $39 jacket unless it means something else. Very bad look. I'm not surprised. Are you? I mean, it's one of a million different scenarios that are one of a million different things that have come out that seem to show this is a PR move, like an active choice.
Yeah, it was definitely not a good look. Ugly coat, but
what a
come
time.
on, like you gotta have a little,
That's so tone deaf.
Yeah, you should probably Probably not wear that coat anymore.
Oh, man, unbelievable.
Then immigration in general. Kids in cages.
I don't know what you're talking about. Going smooth.
Yeah, that's right. It was,
MS-13 out.
must have been SNL I was watching or something.
MS-13 out.
Yeah.
Nobody bad in.
Yeah. It's all good.
Nobody coming in. Yeah, I don't know what you're all up in arms about, Snowflake. We're killing it at the borders.
Yeah. Okay, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
It looks like it's going to be...
Question.
Yeah.
What is Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Oh, let me tell you, Steve. Now, that is the sequel to Ant-Man, which was Paul Rudd, starring as Marvel comic superhero Ant-Man, using Pym particles, can shrink himself or make himself very, very large.
Wait. Like how large? Compared to a human?
Well, if you watch a trailer, he's gotten as high as 65 feet. It's his record.
Why is he Ant-Man then? Because ants are small.
Because he can go down to the size of an ant.
Why isn't he Giant Man?
That is what he's known as well. It's in the comic books. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But the original
Why don't they
was
come up with a name that includes both?
Giant Ant-Man?
Giant Ant-Man. Or Ant the Giant.
That'd just be ridiculous.
Or Giant Ant.
Giant. Oh.
Hey, Marvel.
Don't be stupid, Steve. We're talking about a man who can shrink and enlarge himself, and you want to make jokes about it. The first one, a huge success. Felt very different and like kind of separated from all the other Marvel movies. Kind of like Black Panther, but in the other direction. A straight comedy and didn't really have any tie into the universe.
Okay.
He wasn't in the newest Avengers movie. People were kind of weirded out by that. The going assumption is that this happens before the newest Avengers movie. So that's why they didn't want him in there.
Sequence.
But early reviews are great. Paul Rudd has always been funny. If you've ever watched Lost, you will pay to see Evangeline Lilly in anything she ever does. That's Kate from Lost.
Okay.
Supposed to be fantastic. I can't wait.
When are we going to see it?
You're in.
I'm in.
All right. Opening weekend is, I want to say it's 2 weeks away.
Okay.
Second week in July. All right.
I'm in. I am totally in.
You never saw the Avengers, right?
Never saw anything at all.
You saw Black Panther.
Saw Black Panther.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll probably have to explain quite a bit to me.
But Ant-Man?
Nah.
All caught up. I told you. Pym particles. Short, big, stop people. Good.
Giant.
Sorry.
Giant.
Ant.
Yeah. All right, and finally the Roseanne reboot of the reboot.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
so they decided not to totally scrap it.
Because there's a lot of jobs on the line.
But still, I find it hard to believe that ABC, not that they don't care, but I mean, like, someone got fired. Like, what?
Yeah.
It's
just
the show revolves around Roseanne.
Correct.
So everyone's going to tune in to find out, obviously, how are they going to write Roseanne out of this?
Yeah.
And it's just going to be some stupid, like, well, she died in a plane crash, or Dan finally left her. Or
something. Now, you didn't watch the season, did you?
No.
Well, the season ended with her. She was essentially hooked on pain pills because they could not afford the knee replacement surgery she needed.
Okay.
The running theory is that she's going to pass away during that surgery.
Okay.
Because at the last episode, they figured out a way.
So it actually kind of worked out.
Right. That's a running theory. Now, don't hold me to it. I think there's a lot to be said that if she doesn't get killed off, I would not rule out the regular Roseanne coming back down the road.
You think? You think that you think America will forgive and forget?
Yeah,
Is she still going crazy, tweeting every?
No. Now, a podcast interview got released that it was her. I think she recorded it 2 days after she got fired, and she broke down in tears and said, "I may be loudmouth, but I'm not an idiot. Like I knew, even after the fact, I knew this was after it would cost me everything, and it did." She not signed off, but no financial gain from this show anymore, which is pretty huge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, she's the creator.
She's the creator, and I don't know. I mean, I think in the moment, a lot of the reactionary response feels like it's just. But I look at that, and I don't know. Like, she got fired by her agency and everything. She lost her job. No, I'm not saying I believe her reasoning, which is that she did not know Valerie Jarrett was African-American.
Yeah.
and I don't feel bad for Roseanne. She's still a multi-millionaire.
She doesn't need to work.
Who appears to be somewhat unhinged, but I know it's just my internal nostalgia who really enjoyed Roseanne this season.
Well, yeah, I mean it's hard to separate. I mean, yeah, you're a fan of the show, but you're probably, I would assume, not a fan of what she said.
Yeah,
so
right.
It's like yeah, so I'm sure that you would love to see her back on that show.
Absolutely.
But I mean, the world that we live in now, the outrage social media machine,
right?
That I don't think it's going to let it happen.
Right. And it's similar. I'm a fan of Tim Allen. His show, obviously, I was a huge fan of Home Improvement, and then his newest show, Last Man Standing, that was canceled very controversially because he's outspoken conservative as well.
Yeah.
I look back on something he said, and he never really got any grief about it. Well, he got grief, but nothing like where he lost his job, where he compared being a Republican in Hollywood to being a Nazi. Like that's how you're vilified, right, essentially. So nothing ever came of that. Yeah. And I understand it's a bit different. Obviously, it's not racist, but
it's not an attack on an individual,
right?
Because I think it's a lot different when it is.
Yeah, But it's just crazy to see in a few years how it's evolved now, where she had to lose her job. Like, that was the only outcome that was going to work.
Yeah, and it's a shame that she did, but she's not an idiot. She's a smart person, and she made a stupid decision.
Yeah.
So, I mean, unfortunately, there are ramifications for the stuff you do.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
Fast 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let me pull that up quick. The NBA draft.
Oh boy, how about that? You see that guy that got drafted?
Did I?
Real tall guy. He can
slam a jamma.
He can hoop it up with the rest of them, or with the best of them.
Vader, wrestler.
Oh yeah, he died. How did he die? What did he die of?
He had some real heart issues. Ended up having heart surgery in November.
I honestly, I don't think I had ever heard of him. What was his era? Oh, we can get back to it, but
yeah, he was early '90s. He did that episode of Boy Meets World where he played Ethan Suplee plays father.
Yeah. I do remember that. That's the only thing I remember him for, because that was a time when I remember watching wrestling when I was really young.
Yeah.
And then watching it when I was in college, but I missed 15 years in the middle there.
That's Big Van Vader, also known for having his eye knocked out during a match and putting it back in.
Oh, cool.
Passed away. We'll get back to that.
That's a man right there.
The World Cup, Steve, third week in a row. I put it on there. What are your thoughts? Who do you got?
Still got Bosnia going to the Final Four.
Bosnia and Herzegovina. One more time. Herzegovina.
Nope, you are not saying what I'm saying.
Herzegovina.
Herzegovina.
Yeah, it's going on, man. Germany, defending World Cup champs.
Taking on Bosnia, right?
Some real danger. Don't think they're gotten to the Bosnia phase yet.
Okay.
Next, the Red Hen.
Oh, that was the restaurant in
Virginia, I believe,
Virginia,
right?
That Sarah Huckabee Sanders
got booted
kicked out of.
So we're not going to serve you and your family. Take it elsewhere. She left without issue. Quite a scene.
I mean, come on. She's still a paying customer.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you don't agree with it, is she in there, stumping for Trump?
Right.
Is she standing behind a podium while she's trying to eat her chicken marsala, saying, and another thing, this thing at the border, it's great.
I can't help but laugh, though. How funny.
Yeah, it's stupid on all parts.
Lastly, Jameis Winston.
Oh, what did famous Jameis do? Oh, no. I saw he's possibly suspended for a couple games because of an assault?
Yeah, presumed 3-game suspension coming up for an instance in 2016 where an Uber driver accused him of groping her.
He had issues before, right?
This is the guy who...
When he was in college, he shoplifted...
crab legs.
Crab legs, yeah.
He was accused of rape.
Okay. See, I was going to say, he's stupid, he's a kid, but no. With the shoplifting crab legs, that's a stupid thing to do.
Yeah.
You were a kid in college. Everyone does stupid things in college. But rape, not so much.
He got in trouble for, I believe he ran into a cafeteria or a common area, jumped on a table, and yelled an obscenity about having sexual relations in a certain area.
Mm-hmm.
That made TV like that.
Yeah.
Kept people would then try to get into reporters' news shots and scream the same thing. Yeah. By all accounts, I mean, they did a special on him. I want to say he was on Hard Knocks last year. Made him seem like tried to make him seem like a very likable young man.
He did. He came off as an extremely likable person,
and he looked great by that TV show. And granted, this Uber thing happened before that.
Yeah.
Conflicting reports.
Yeah, because I remember watching Hard Knocks. I remember thinking, well, I know this guy's been in a lot of trouble, but it sure seems like he's matured. He was the leader of that team.
Yep.
At least in those 5 episodes of Hard Knocks, he definitely seemed like everybody because he played for Tampa Bay, right?
Yeah.
Everyone on that team seemed to kind of look up to him, and you thought, like, okay, this guy, he's matured. He's gotten all the stupid crap out of his system, and he's a professional athlete now, and he seems to take himself seriously.
This instance was before Hard Knocks, and there seems to be, on his side, obviously, quite a dispute about what actually happened. No charges were filed. There were some claims about people in the car with him, but now people are saying it's not so certain that happened. And in the same instance, or same vein as Ezekiel Elliott, where no charges were filed and they suspended him for whatever it was, 4 games, the big talk is that Jameis Winston's going to be suspended for 3 games without any criminal charges, which opens up that whole can of worms again for the NFL.
Yeah.
Are they the be-all, end-all, and the judge, jury, and executioner, even in instances where there are no criminal charges?
It doesn't seem like that's something that they can legally do. How do you...
you have to ask Ezekiel Elliott, who ended up appealing, and then quitting. I've told everybody who I talked to about anything like this, if you enjoy football, enjoy it this year, and enjoy it next year, because I would think there's a more than 50% chance it will not happen in the year 2020.
No football season in 2020. Is that your huge prediction?
That's the labor agreement is up at that point, and there are way too many gaps. And I'm not talking things that you can put sealant in and fix it. This isn't percentage of shared revenue going to the players and owners by a percentage point. You're talking the punishment system. You're talking guaranteed contracts. There is a heck of a lot that is being only widened by Commissioner Goodell and the Players Association rep DeMaurice Smith. It is bad.
And Goodell just signed a new contract, right?
Yep, he's going to be around
5 years.
He's going to be around through those negotiations. Presumably he'll retire after that at some point. I don't see any way these work out. I think there's going to be a work stoppage in football for the first time in about 25 years.
That would be crazy.
You
heard it right here first, folks.
Yes, you did.
Huge prediction by Kyle.
You're throwing money away.
Yeah.
Though. But you have to. I understand the players. They don't have guaranteed contracts. The only sport in the only professional sport where if they get cut tomorrow, all those numbers you read in the news a month ago don't matter.
Yeah.
And that's not fair for the highest revenue sport in all of them. So before that, the World Cup.
Bosnia 2018.
Red Hen
2018.
Vote for him.
Vote for Red Hen.
Speaking of vote, people, let me use the remainder of this time.
Folks, this is what this idiot wants you to think is right. He wants you to think that you can just chime in whenever you want on certain issues. Now, granted, I don't remember the debate that is going on right now. Something about a fence. But all I need to tell you is vote for Steve. And it'll be clear in the options which one is Team Steve and which one is Team Kyle.
TBD. The Red Hen, the restaurant in Virginia that kicked out Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders, politely asked her to leave, said they wouldn't serve her.
Here's the thing. That restaurant, sure, they are well within their rights to not serve her. And they decided to exercise those rights, ask her to leave, which by all accounts she did very peacefully.
Yep.
Didn't put up a fight. She tweeted about it later, which seems to... I saw that was raising some red flags because of it.
Illegal.
It was illegal, and because it gets into like the whole area of endorsements and stuff, even though it wasn't an endorsement.
Yeah.
Still...
You cannot attack or endorse a private business on a government-owned account like that, which apparently has been abandoned anyway, as President Trump has attacked Amazon and Jeff Bezos. Mm-hmm. Same scenario, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Nobody's going to, what are you going to do? Can't just delete the tweet now, it never happened. Yeah. It's whatever.
So, of course, the restaurant's getting backlash, all 1-star reviews, and people like wishing them dead, which is stupid.
Yep.
But, yeah, so that business, they'll probably end up going out of business.
You think so?
Yeah, I do, because of the outrage machine. Not rightly so. I don't think they should. I think it was probably a stupid move on their part to do that. Again, she's out eating dinner. If you decided to turn away, like, are you doing that for your regular customers too? Or are you, when they walk in the door, are you saying, "Hey, do you support the president on this, and this"? No, get out. She's a recognizable one. So
it's a funny. I think it's funny. Boy, do I laugh when I think about it.
It's something. By the way, do you want some more talking cheese?
One more talking cheese. Next, the World Cup 2018, Bosnia and what was that one more time?
Herzegovina 20. The big team, the Bosnia fighting Bosnians. They're playing like a bunch of soccer players play,
running around,
kicking
that little checkered ball,
head ball. Hey,
all over the place. Mm-hmm. No, Germany, defending World Cup champs, in some trouble, Steve.
Taking on Bosnia. Bosnia's looking tough this year. They got Pele on their team. They got Lionel Messi. He made his way over to the fighting Bosnians.
Yep, the fighting Bosnians. They couldn't think up a mascot or a nickname, so they went with fighting Bosnians.
Yeah.
For that, Big Van Vader.
Yeah. Dead.
Jesus. I mean, what
else is there to say?
What more could you possibly say? And firstly, the NBA draft.
NBA draft. It was okay. Now the number one pick was
like he doesn't know.
Hoopy McDunks.
Everybody knows, Steve. The Phoenix Suns take big man DeAndre Ayton, the freshman out of Arizona this past year, to go number one. Not really a surprise. Very talented young kid.
Oh, yeah.
He just needs to develop and finish his offensive game to be able to go with the big man idea.
Question. Can he dribble through his legs?
Fair question. I can't answer that.
I mean, probably, right?
You'd think. I don't want to put that talent in his hands without seeing it first.
I bet he can slam a jamma, though, right?
Oh, he's a good slamma-jamma. Very good slamma-jamma. The big news,
can he dunk over a Kia?
What? Wait.
That was the big thing for a while,
that
right?
That was, yeah.
Dunking over Kias.
Bring a car onto the court and dunk over it. The big news, though, Steve, number 3, the Atlanta Hawks draft Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic. He's out of one of those Eastern European countries.
Mm-hmm. So his last name probably has a bunch of Z's.
Right.
And a bunch of K's and Y's.
Big news. Traded to number 5, Dallas Mavericks trade Trae Young. Now he's freshman of the year, assist machine. Trae Young traded to Dallas for
LeBron?
Not quite.
Okay.
But yeah, Luka Doncic.
I want to know,
Luka Doncic.
Why have we not broken in with LeBron watch yet?
We got all summer.
Yeah, but we need to.
Give me a second.
Live from Studio Stephen Kyle, it's Kyle with LeBron Watch 2018.
Rumor today, Steve, LeBron James has been calling players that he wants to play next season with.
That was LeBron Watch 2018, brought to you by the Steve and Kyle Podcast. More next week.
Okay.
Big news. Yeah, the NBA draft, man, always full of trades and fun.
Trades and fun,
Trades and fun. Telling you, the number 3 pick traded for the number 5 pick with a future first rounder in addition to that coming next year. Are my very own Detroit Pistons making some moves in the second round.
Did they get Luka Jokic too?
Getting Kyrie Thomas, very talented young player, supposed to go in the first round. They end up trading for him after he was drafted at number 38. Draft their own player out of Miami, Florida, Bruce Brown Jr., another wing guard with some defensive ability. Sounds like he's going to be a 3. Sounds like he's going to be a 3-and-D player, Steve. Now, this league in the NBA is divvied up between role players. Now, 3-and-Ds, you got to be able to pull up, pop some threes, but get back on D. That's a type of role player.
Oh boy, that was fun. That was real fun for 2 hours and 24 minutes. Last minute and a half, though, not so great. Not so great at all. We didn't even get to mention our
oh my goodness,
our GoFundMe. Hit all the specifics real quick.
GoFundMe.com/GetOurPodcast on a billboard. Please donate. If you can't donate, please share. Your family and friends will understand. This is a very important mission that we're getting on again.
We got another week or so? Week and a half, maybe?
Week and a half, yeah. Wednesday, July 5th is the last date. We're going to leave that open. And then we are going to begin cold calling billboard companies in rural Ohio to see how much money it will cost to get our faces and whatever we decide on a billboard. Please go GoFundMe.com/GetOurPodcast on a billboard. It's on our social media. Please donate if you can. Share, whatever you can do. This is a noble cause.
In the meantime, you can download, subscribe, and review the show on iTunes, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Play, TuneIn, Stitcher, YouTube, Libsyn, SteveandKyle.com to get all of the latest episodes. We ended up fixing that glitch with iTunes, so you can now get every single episode on there. And you will be able to until we stop doing this podcast. Next week, after Kyle loses the latest podcast poll, you can see that on Facebook.com/SteveandKyle or on Twitter @SteveandKyle. Be sure to vote for Team Steve.
Team Kyle. Team
Steve will be the way to a clean conscience and a healthy soul. If you vote for Kyle, you are a Nazi. Talk to you next week.